Eh? I don't understand. So before it wasn't live, but now. What? Wow, they really did change up everything. Wow. Really? Hello. Can you hear me, Wendy? Why? Because I can't. Well, I mean, not like I want a playback, but I'm confused if it's working. Oh, or maybe I should type that. Oh, yes, you can. It's so weird because they. Okay, I know I've been not on YouTube for like a long time, but hello, Lauren. Hello. um, they changed everything, so maybe I should have looked into this again. But I assumed everything was the same, and I was gonna just get on the stream after I put up my clothes, which I kind of put up, but I didn't get to put outside. I'll do that later, I guess. But then I put the stream on, but then the stream wasn't on. So it said I was probably on, but it wasn't. And then it's all different. So I had to use like OBS, and that's what I used to use for Twitter. And it never used to be like that because at first you can what, just use YouTube like directly, but I guess they got rid of that or something. So then I tried to put it into OBS, and uh I haven't used OBS in some time because I haven't been on Twitter, and yeah, it's just been a mess. So then I was talking and trying to figure things out, and I thought I was live, and I wasn't because I guess I had to push going live again, and then yeah, so I am really late. I thought I was only 20 minutes late, and this whole time I was talking to myself. Wow. Well, that's amazing. Yeah, it's always changing. And I guess if you get on enough and you do, I guess if you use it enough, then you would understand these things. And maybe if I read some of their like emails and stuff that they send every once in a while, then maybe I would know about these things. Maybe, just maybe. But I don't. And, I was inactive for like half a year or something. Wow, like half a year, probably longer. Can't even remember. Um, yeah, so this is like the first live stream in like 7 months, maybe 8. And during that time, I really want to do live streams a lot more. Oh, 5 years. Oh my God. Well, you know what? See, that's the hard part because it just depends on if it's good for you or not. Some people don't have the best time online, I guess, as I've seen in different like comments and so forth. Some people are either happy or unhappy with their life because of, SNS. Uh, so a lot of people leave, and sometimes they don't come back. But I've seen a lot of things like that where like people they were very very active or very big YouTubers, but then I don't know, a lot of things get to them like in mean comments and stuff, or not. I guess not having enough time for their own family, or just always being on the internet. I guess, and you want to stop doing that, I guess. So you take a break, and sometimes they never come back. I guess it just depends on what you like to do. eh? Um, Different for me. No, I guess it was pretty much no. That was actually it wasn't. It had nothing to do with YouTube when I or social media when I left last time. It had to do with real life things, which sucked. But yeah. The New Year, so far. Oh God, well, um, uh, it was okay. I did a hike. I did a hike. To open up the new year. If yeah, hi Midori. Yes, it's been a long time. If you guys saw the hike video that I put up, I did. I went on a hike that morning, and then at night. For talking to yourself, I know, right? Yeah, yeah. I was talking to myself for like 22 minutes, or well, yeah. So hello, for like 20 minutes, and I was like, wait, nobody's responding. I was like, what's going on here? But yes, I went on a hike on to open up New Year's, and then I went to a bar at night. Um, what my ex friend's bar, I guess, because she kind of was getting mad at me and so forth, and I didn't really want to deal with that anymore. Like I was like. I left, which is funny. I kind of left Korea because of all the stuff that was happening with my room and everything, and I was like, I'm not trying to deal with stuff like that in Japan too. So like it was negative energy opening up the new year, and I was like, oh, I can't be doing that. So we're not talking anymore. And I was doing a lot of different things with her. So yeah, going forward, probably won't be hanging out with her anymore. But just trying. Yeah, right. Yeah, so that's it. I'm like, oh no, because yeah, the whole thing in Korea, I was super depressed. That I guess that's a little different. I was trying to turn the negative energy into positive energy, but trying to work it out, I guess, too much. And maybe that's where it became a strain on my part because I was trying to do too much to make a bad situation good. I mean, like 6 months or 4 months, how long I was living in that house or whatever. Trying to make it good somehow, and then obviously it just kept eating at me. So I learned I don't want to do that anymore. Like, yeah, I guess there's that thing like you can't, I guess, improve all relationships. So, oh, I missed something? Fantastic. If Fantastic Dreamer, if it was before I actually hit the live button, which I think it was, I don't see it. It didn't give it to me, your question before. Anything before the past like 8 minutes, if you wrote something, then no, I did not get it because I got lost in how to live stream again. So if you did write anything before, then no, I didn't see it. Please write it again. Um, Me, Donnie, you're too kind even in 2020. You know what? That's the thing. I I do my best not to get angry. Because I feel like if you're angry all the time, you'll never have a happy life. Is that how you think about it? I guess. And I don't want to be that person because, like, obviously, I could be mad and angry all the time, but I really want to be happy. And, I'm just pushing for the best life I can have. So, I try not to do that. But, like, this time around with her, I was like, no, I know it's going to keep doing this, and I'm not trying to play that game anymore. So I was like, no, we're going to have to stop talking. So I cut that, and I would probably cut anything like that in the future very quickly. I'm only looking forward to meeting good people. I wish some of you guys lived around here. That would be pretty cool if you guys lived in Osaka or something. um, but thank you, Lauren. Yes, better 2020. Yeah, and I didn't see the question either, too, Lauren. So I think it's probably before I actually went live. Maybe that could be what happened. Um, Oh, Marie! it's 5 a.m. I saw your message and you were like, I think it's gonna be 1 a.m. for me, but it's 5 a.m. Wait, where do you live? Hey, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. So you must be in like wait, no, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. 7 hours behind. What is that? Is that like? No, Australia is really close to here, if I'm correct. So that would only be a few hours. That must be like Germany or somewhere. I could be totally wrong about that. Oh, thank you, Shed and Love. You know what's funny though is that the only thing about being kind is that people like to take advantage of you. And then, I don't know, I think some people just don't understand that there's some people you can do that to and some people you can't. Because I can see, but then that sounds bad saying that. I feel like I could be a very evil person if I wanted to. I just don't want to. But then there's some people that are nice and then they are just easy, I guess, to take advantage of, and then they won't really retaliate or do anything back. But I just try not to be that type of person. But like I was saying, I was just like, no, I was like, you're always getting mad at me, and I was like, you don't want to see me mad, but it's whatever. It's clear. I'm moving on again. And just trying to find new people to meet all the time. Maria, I wish we were in Japan too. Which is funny. So like we had the holidays, so we had Christmas and we had I mean, granted, I'm from America, so we had Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And I get so many messages from my mom. She's just like, I wish you were here. And then she's just like, oh, here's some food, and I'm just like, why must you send these things? Because like I'm like here, and I just got to Osaka like 3 months ago when Thanksgiving hit. I was only here for like 2 months, so I didn't really know anybody. So I'm just like and then Thanksgiving is not in Japan, so nobody really does anything anyway. But like I had like no plans for none of the holidays, and then my mom's sending me stuff like, oh, look at this, and all the kids had a good time, and look at your family. And I'm just like, I was like, is she doing this to like smite me or something? Because like I really want to go home. I'm like, man, I wish I could go home for like every holiday. I totally would. Or I wish I could go home more. It's been like 3 years since I've been back home. I was in Japan, and then I went to Korea, and now I'm back in Japan, And then like all the time when you're living abroad, like living in Asia at least, because I've never lived in like another Western country like in Europe or anything, but living in Asia is so hard to meet people, so hard. You don't understand how hard it is to make good friends in Asia. And generally you have to be in the same spot for years, and I mean years, to actually build that connection. And sometimes people don't have that time, and sometimes people still never build that connection. So it's just like luck of the draw. It happens or it doesn't happen. Some people come here and like they have the best time ever. I don't know, they just jumped into it like a different way than you did. You're like, what? Like, how'd you do that? Like, how'd you meet all those people? And then others, which is generally most people, they don't really meet that many people, like they don't. Granted, I guess you could probably meet other foreigners or people from different countries easier than you can actual natives. But yeah, so like I didn't do anything for hello Rani. I didn't do anything for Thanksgiving. I didn't do anything for New Year's. No, for Christmas. Christmas I did nothing. I literally sat here and I think I studied Japanese and Korean. I think that's what I did. And watched like a drama or something. I think that's what I did. And then New Year's, I did the hike, which I was happy for. And then the bar, but then the ending turned out with, trying to give you a hug and like say some mean things on like New Year's. I was like, okay, no, that kind of. I was like, no, not from a New Year. I was like, no, this is going to be a good year. I just have like a lot of things that I want to do, hopefully. I just got to figure out how to do them. So okay, maybe I should go back and see. Sorry, I'm in England. Sad times. But how was you guys New Year's and stuff? Because you guys get to be home with family and friends and stuff. It had to be amazing compared to mine, maybe. But maybe next year would be better. Who knows? Okay, so Emma was just basically asking you didn't mention Christmas in your last video. I was just wondering if you miss the tradition of Christmas, if you plan on coming back anytime soon, or you stay. Ah, fantastic dreamer. So actually no, that was before Christmas. Christmas I actually stayed at home. The illumination video that I did was on the Christmas Eve. So on Christmas Eve I did the illumination video, and oh wait. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Oh, thanks for the super chat. That's like my first one in like some years or something because I haven't been on, I guess. Oh, thank you so much. Um, let's see. So Christmas, yeah, I literally did nothing, and I really wanted to go home. And the reason why I want to go home is just because of my mom. Well, and then my other friends were sending me messages too. And that's like the only thing about being abroad, I want to say, or at least in Asia. I don't know. Does anybody live in like a Europe area? How is it like meeting people? I wonder. Is it like similar? Because I don't know. For me, at least when I was in America, it was kind of easy for me to make friends. Like literally a majority of my best friends, like we kind of hit it off on like the first day, and we still talk now, which is kind of something that doesn't generally happen in like Japan, I want to say, or like Asia in general, because it wasn't like that in Korea either. But is Europe like the same, like or that area or anywhere else that's not Asia? Like, is it easier to make friends for you guys, or is that still like a complicated road that maybe I was just lucky when I was in America, and now I'm realizing that people are just not that lucky? I don't know. Um, wow. Yum. Being okay, I did all of that. And any plans for this year? Okay, I have to talk about plans for this year. Oh, Wendy. Yeah, Wendy. I'm actually surprised you never. You wait, Wendy. You've never been to Japan? Ah, and it was Norway. You know what, Marie? I had a lot of friends from Norway when I went to school back in like 2012 when I came here to study abroad. Wow, that was so long ago. I like quiet places, so if I ended up in Japan, it'd probably be out in the suburban areas. Um, I feel like a majority of places are kind of quiet unless you live in probably like Tokyo or maybe Osaka City. That's where Kyoto didn't seem a little more rural too. I want to say Tokyo would probably be the most crowded and robust place in Japan because everybody tries to go there. Even for like me now, which I'm trying to look for all my different entertainment jobs, majority of them are like come to Tokyo, and I'm just like there's nothing anywhere else but in Tokyo. But I guess no matter where you go, there's like one robust place where you can do a majority of the things that you want to do, and then other places which are more like laid back. And I live in Osaka, and I don't think it's like. Well, some places you can go to, like if you go to like what's that? Is that if you go to like Shinsaibashi or Namba, where they have like that? What is that guy called? Is it Kuriko or Muriko? What is that guy's name? The running guy. I think he's like something like this or something, and like running. Like that thing that the picture that everybody wants to take when they come to Osaka. If you go there, it's very crowded, but it's crowded with a lot of different people from like China and from China and where? China and maybe Philippines, but majority of the people are probably Chinese, I think. Yeah, there. I went to Koreatown, but I didn't see too, or I didn't meet too many Koreans. There was a few there, but so apparently they're here. A lot of Koreans too, but I don't see or meet too many of them. But there are a lot of Chinese people in Osaka. A lot of Chinese people. Um, I don't know. Sometimes it seems more than Japanese people, probably. Um, Let me see. It's 9:50 p.m. in Texas. Ah, yes, because I tried to start at 7 p.m. American time. Or see, wait, did I say American time or did I say LA time? I messed up on that too, huh? I should say LA time. I always that is yeah, I gotta get on that too. Usually I just say American time. I guess that's just because I'm from LA. Okay, but I have to clarify that more. I must have missed something. What happened in Korea? I remember the incident with the students blaming you for doing what you didn't do. Fantastic Dreamer. Then that means you missed a few of my episodes when I came back to YouTube. What? When was that? Like 4 months ago? I made some videos talking about all my experiences in Korea. Actually, the biggest one was the roommate, and that's just because I lived with him, and and he was just he was just crazy, pretty much. It's actually started off good though. We were pretty cool when we first met, and then it just went downhill because I tried to make a situation better, and then in turn, I guess it just made the situation worse. And then the one that was starting all the trouble to begin with, he was like clear of all all blames or whatever, but like not me because I tried to make the situation better, I guess. Um, so it just led to like an unhappy life during my time. What, for 4 months, I think, or 4 or 5 months in Korea, and that's after I moved. The first place that I lived at was actually pretty big. I actually liked living there. The landlords were nice. They liked me. The only problem that I had there was the actual school at the time because the school, they, well, I guess it's to each their own. It depends on the person that you are. If you don't really mind not doing too much, then the school would have been amazing because they really didn't want you to do too much, it seemed. Everybody was like late with like their work and stuff, and like they would just say like, oh, we're gonna do this and this, but they didn't really do anything, and I was always on time with my stuff. Actually, I was like finished with my stuff way before everybody else, but I'm the one that had all the problems. So yeah, the one that actually did everything got in trouble, and the ones that didn't do much, they didn't. So it would have been a good job if you really wanted to just go to Korea and not do too much, because a lot of people when they come abroad, yeah, I mean, I guess it is your first time abroad, and you probably have like the things that you love. So like if you like K-pop or something, or if you like J-pop or anime or manga or something, you're gonna go in and you're gonna probably dive in and do all of that. I think one of the biggest things for foreigners, especially in Japan, Korea is a little bit different, I want to say, but in Japan, at least, Japan, they don't, if you teach English, they don't pay for your housing, which is the benefit of going to Korea, because they generally pay for your housing, or they give you a stipend for housing, so you basically make more. But in Japan, you don't get that, and it's like, no, like thinking back, it's way more expensive to live in Japan than it is in Korea. I want to say you can get a lot of cheaper food in Korea compared to like Japan. And Japan, a lot of people from abroad, they get into this habit of like going to different bars and getting like all you can drink and all you can eat, which is like nomi hodai and tabe hodai, and or wait, nomi hodai, all you can drink, tabe hodai, all you can eat. and things like that. It costs like about $30 to $50. So if you're doing this quite frequently, what happens is a lot of people from abroad go poor very, very quickly because you're always going out and you're spending like $50 or whatever a day or something, and that's only for one meal. You have to think you're still probably eating like breakfast and lunch. So a lot of people generally go pretty poor living in Japan. Majority of my friends are always kind of like looking for the next check, and I'm not, because I can't be that person. But if you if you like to go out a lot to eat, then it becomes very pricey living in Japan, no matter where you live. Korea, on the other hand, you can find a lot of different places that will give you a lot of different food. Not only that, they give you all those like 10 different side dishes for like no reason. Sometimes you don't even eat all of them, and it was a lot cheaper. Um, so, it just depends on where you want to go and so forth. And hello to everybody that came through recently. Where was I now? I must have missed. That was kind of the gist of the Korea thing. It just living in Korea was good. My teachers were amazing. They loved me, and well, then again, it's probably because I was a good student, so I can't really base it off of anything, but maybe they just liked me because I was a good student, maybe. I don't know. As you know, I study way too much. For those who have been following me for some time, study way too much. Um, so that could be why. But my teachers were amazing. They were trying to help me through everything with the roommates and stuff. But obviously they can't do like too much, obviously, because they're not connected to that. My roommate at the time was like 36, 37 or something. They do have a culture in Korea and Japan, or probably most of Asia, maybe, of whoever's the oldest is like kind of in charge of everything or whatever, or you're supposed to look up to them and always respect them or whatever. But like we were like living in the same room, and I was paying like more than he was to stay there. So that obviously wasn't gonna happen. And plus, I'm paying to stay there. It's not like he was paying for me to stay there. So I'm not gonna follow his like every wish. And I'm guessing that's what he wanted me to do. And then that's why it kind of went downhill. Because I would try to like let things go, but like maybe it's just because he didn't like me after me trying to like make everybody happy in the room or whatever. But it just like steadily went downhill. Like he just kept finding other ways, like, oh, you're studying too much, or oh, you're studying too loud, or you like dumb stuff or whatever. He just like tried to like make bigger, and I'm just like, wow, like I've never lived with somebody like this before. So yeah, it just went downhill. I guess if you want to know everything, you can still watch the videos, but because I mean those videos were long. Um, Especially, yeah, I think they were like 30 minutes long or something. I talked about everything pretty much. I think. Remember those waffles Charlotte talked about? The Norwegian. Yeah, you know what? See, Marie, the waffles. Since me and Charlotte went to the same school, what is it? Every year they had this thing called the Bunkasai, which is like, if you're American, you have to come up with what is a traditional American dish, which is like what? I don't even know. We did hamburgers and did we do French fries or we just did sliders? I think because we didn't know what to do. But everybody else, like every other country, had their own traditional thing, which kind of sucks. Like wait, actually, when you guys think of America, or what is traditional to America? I think people usually say like hot dogs and steak, but is that even true? Like I don't even know. But we did sliders. We did like mini hamburgers because we didn't know what to do. And like we were the first ever American stand at our Bunkasai. But the Norwegians came every year, and they always did waffles and cheese. waffles and Norwegian cheese and like some kind of like syrup or something. I can't remember. Canada never had. Did they ever have a booth? Canada never had a booth because it was always very few Canadians that went to that school. Um, so they helped out at what booth? What booth did they help at? I think did they help out at ours? Maybe they helped out at the American booth. It was only like two of them. One, two. Yeah. So they helped us make like hamburgers and stuff, but we didn't really know what to do. But the Norwegians always had the waffles. Did I ever get a waffle? I don't even think so because I worked all the time. Every time I had bunkus, I had to work, so I never got a waffle. So I'm still missing out on Norwegian waffles. So I still have to make that a thing. But probably it'd be better to just go to Norway and just eat the waffles there, I'm sure. um, Irene, Happy New Year. Yes, Lauren, my family, or at least my mom. Well, I talk to my brother and cousin the most. If you guys ever saw me playing video games, usually I play video games with like my cousin and sometimes my brother, but majority of the time my cousin. And they usually our things revolve around, I guess, who's what. My cousin likes some kind of guy that's running for president, so usually it's what he gives me information on that, on the people he likes for presidency and so forth sometimes, but majority of times it's just like gaming stuff. A whole lot of games to try or we should play for like the new year and stuff like that. But my mom generally, we talk every so often. Like, I don't know, if you guys lived abroad, could you really talk to your parents like that much? Like a lot? I find it kind of difficult because because my mom is always on the computer, like buying some kind of random thing for the kids. Um, for those of you guys that don't know, I think I've said this before, but my mom, she does foster care. So right now she has three kids. One she actually adopted, and two she's in the process of adopting, if I'm correct. But she does foster care, so I actually have very, very, very young, like two sisters and one brother. So, yeah. Which two of them, the two youngest girls, I've never met. The little boy, I met him before I left to come to Japan the first time. So he hasn't seen me in 3 years, and he forgot me, obviously, because he's like, what, 5 now? 4 or 5? I think he was 1 when I left, so he's probably like 4, probably like 5. Because I've been gone like 3 years or a little bit over 3 years. But yeah, I don't think he remembers me at all. My mom asks him about me sometimes, but he doesn't remember me. But I video chatted with him like 2 times, and he does get happy. But I think he gets happy because he's stuck with the 2 little girls, and they're probably always fighting, and he's probably just over girls. And he gets to see like his older brother, so he gets happy. And then I have one younger brother, which is he's actually back home now. He did live with his friends for like some time, but he actually moved back home to help my mom out. So now he's back home, so he gets his other older brother, so I think he's happier now. But yeah, why did I even talk about that? Was that? Oh yeah, that's the family teasing. Da, 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 da. That's why I always hear people in Asia love black folk because we are more outgoing and end up making friends quicker. Is that what it is? See, but okay, shedding love. Where in Asia? that's where I want to know, because I feel like that's very complicated. I feel like a lot of people do love black culture, but it still is hard because there's still some stuff that's ingrained in people, so they're still they still have what? um they still have some kind of prejudice or racism towards them, but they still like, I don't know, like the music or maybe the dancing and stuff. It's yeah. uh yeah, I don't know if I can properly talk about yeah. um Lauren, was great to be honest. Lots of food, family, drinks, maybe too many. Oh, you wouldn't have any problem finding friends here, Greg. Wait, where is that, Lauren? Where do you live? Did I miss that? Where do you live, Lauren? Or did you say, did I miss that? Kelly, I did say hi to everybody, but Kelly, hi, since I'm on that. Hi. Um, it's a lot of work to actually stay and do things. I hate going to bars or clubs. I'm a shut-in. See, you know what, Shedding Love? I would be a lot better if I was the person. Nah. Okay, in America, I just had so many friends and had so many people that just wanted to be around me and like do things with me, so it made everything that much more easier. I didn't have to worry about anything, worry about making friends, worry about what I'm doing on the weekend, because I had so many friends and they were just spontaneous. A lot of them, like, you know, they kind of know what time I'm getting out of work, or they'll ask me, and then when I get out of work, they're like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, well, I'm heading home. And they're like, no, you're heading to my house, or something like that. And I'm like, okay. And then I would just go to their house, and like that would start my weekend, and like we would just do a bunch of things. And I'm just like super active. I like doing so much. And then to go to an environment when you're like doing nothing, you know, it really like brings you down. But if I was more of like an inside person, like I do study a lot, I mean a lot. So if I did like maintain that, I would still be good, you know. But like I need to get out and do more. Like, man, there's just so much I would like to go and see in Japan and just do, you know. And now I have this ideal, which, okay, no, not now, it's been for some time, probably when I was talking to my friend about doing it, but our paths kind of like split up because now she's back in America and now I'm abroad. But at the time she was in Korea and I was in America, but we want to live together and we planned so many things to do, like doing this, and like all the like movie nights and all that we're gonna have and all that. Like, honestly, like like the friend's life, I guess it would have been amazing, pretty much. And then I moved abroad, and like you don't meet people as easy in Japan, and it doesn't really matter like how good you are in Japanese if you watch some of the things that people talk about. What is it like? What like There's like this one thing, I guess probably majority of you saw, where there's like these group of people and they're talking in like Japanese or whatever, and there's one girl who's not even Japanese. I think she was Chinese or something, but she was Asian, you know. So like the Japanese lady just kept talking to her, and she kept talking in English, but then all the other like rest of the people were talking in Japanese to the lady, but the lady acted like she didn't understand, you know, like what? And then she just kept talking to the girl, you know, that kind of scenario. It's actually pretty true. And I'm sure that's where the concept of that whole video came from, because it's a lot of times they kind of is like no matter how good you do get in the language, you still are kind of seen as somebody from abroad, so it can still be a kind of barrier for you at times. But then, you know, I feel like it does probably take time to weed through and find good people, because there are some people that are really open to probably meeting you, probably not really talking about your the negative things that you've encountered though, because then I think there's still like a line drawn for that, like, okay, we became close, but we're not, I can't defend you against my country type of thing, which may be a little bit different for America. I want to say, I guess it depends on the people who are very like prideful. Like for me, like if somebody has something like bad to say about America or something, like, you know, I can't, I mean, it's everybody's own opinion kind of thing, but I feel like I don't have I don't think I've met somebody in Japan in Yes, I don't think I've ever met somebody in Japan that I could really have that kind of conversation with that was Japanese. Talking to other people from abroad like that, that's like the norm. Like I feel like that conversation comes up so much. Like people just want to know what bad things you've encountered fairly quickly. Like move past all the good stuff. It's just like so how is it living in Japan kind of, or how is it, in Korea I did have that one friend that I was hanging out with a lot. I think I took pictures and posted them of her. I think, and I met her through what was it, Meetup. So we did like a meetup thing, and I met her, and she was amazing, and I could talk to her about anything and everything about Korea, and she was always there to help me for like all the things that I was going through in Korea, which she was really like one of the best people I met in Korea at the time, because she tried to understand everything. And the one thing she knew is that she lived abroad too. She lived in was it London, I think. She had lived in Europe for some time, and that's where she like gathered that like it's hard living in different places, and sometimes you can't bond with people as easily, and sometimes there's some misunderstandings. And because of that, she's very helpful because she just knew, and I've met people that lived abroad and then they went back home, but then they still kind of change, they still, I don't know, is it like act like they never lived abroad kind of, I guess, but or didn't experience like that kind of, those kind of like painful things because you're just not in your on your own turf. But she was very wonderful. She helped me with everything, and I got very, very sad in Korea, man. That was like the first time I was crying in front of people. Wow, yeah, because I was just so angry about everything. What's great to be honest other than family. I hate going to bars. Pikachu. Hi. I almost missed my notification alarm. Didn't go off. Happy New Year, Greg. Hello. You know what? And then I forgot names. I swear I started learning names like some months ago. And now I can't. Thank you, Dancing Leaf. Oh, why? I forgot names. Oh, Wendy. Some people just suck. Stay away from angry people. So true. Cheeseburgers. Cheeseburgers. Ah, okay, yeah. You're smiling so much. Oh, New Year must be going great. Flex mom. It's yeah. It actually, it actually is. Let me see. Well, it's going better, I guess. One friend, we're not talking anymore, but that's because I'm trying to clear. Like, honestly, if something bad is coming my way, I'm just gonna really just try to get rid of it from now on. I don't want to keep up with the negative energy, and I do try to make things better, but some things you just gotta like let go. I think is probably better, especially if you're trying to be happy. But I met some other people too. Like I met a Japanese radio personality. She was pretty cool. We met up yesterday. What's today? Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. Did we meet up on Friday? Yeah, we met up on Friday. Friday, yes. We met. I'm all lost in days. We met up on Friday, and she was very nice. She's trying to help me, and she was listening to me about like everything, and we're just talking about how it is and like what I want to do. Somebody did ask about what I want to do for this year, so I guess it's like resolutions. Okay, so the one thing is a lot. I want to go out more. I do want to get out more, and I want to go and experience more things. I've been trying to do that with people, but it's obviously hard to find people to do that with all the time. Especially in Japan, I want to say. So I want to get out and probably just go out maybe every weekend and try to do something and find something new to go out and see and hopefully vlog about it and show you guys. But I want to kind of do that this year. I want to be more brave. Wait, is that? Yeah, I guess. Like, I'll do stuff, but I like doing stuff with people. Brave by myself. Because I guess in general, like, I don't mind doing whatever. Like, but I need to go out and just... If I can't do it with somebody, I need to learn to do it by myself. So I want to go out and do more. Two, let's see. I started doing some games. Haven't been doing games for a bit because I haven't been playing with my cousin. But I also don't have anything. What is it? I forgot. It's called an Elgato or whatever to like show myself like playing video games. So I want to do that too. I want to buy that so you can actually see me. Um, there were a few people that stopped by my gaming channel and would come like a lot, especially Brown Eyed Girl, who I don't even know if she's in this chat right now. She's probably sleeping. I can't, because I always saw her at odd hours, but she came by like all the time. It was amazing talking to her, and I think that's why we're able to talk so much. So I was kind of streaming, I guess, but that's through the PlayStation, so it's a total different thing. It's not like streaming directly from YouTube. Um, but we got to talk about a lot of different things there, and it was just fun. So I want to continue to do that, but I do want to buy an Elgato at least so you can actually see me. Three, I am thinking about starting a workout slash food channel where I want to try to create different things, and I don't know, I think it would be pretty fun. Try to create different things, food wise, because I don't know, I think it'd be fun. And generally, a lot of people always ask me about like what I'm making and stuff like that. So I think that'd be cool to make some crazy things that I always make. That's probably like not normal. and show you guys, and then let's see, and then working out, I want to post about my working out, which a lot of people, for me, if my body doesn't really change, I work out so much and my body barely changes, which I mean, it really depends on people. Like some people, they start working out, and then they get bigger very quickly. Like you can see like their muscles bulging and stuff, but my body is like the slowest transformation ever. Transformation, what is that? I don't even know English anymore. Transformation ever. I just have super good genes, as people say, from like my dad's side. Like his whole family is super skinny, besides like probably having a beer belly, if anything, from drinking too much beer. But besides that, they're like all skinny fit people. So my body doesn't really change. It's like hard to get it to change. Like, and I've been working out for years. My God, have I been working out for years? Like I started in like 2012. I did have surgery, so that was like a 2 year, 3 year gap. But besides that, I've always been working out, and my body barely changes. So a lot of that stuff I want to talk about, and a lot of things I want to do, working out wise, and just showing things like that, and different like food. So that'd be like a workout food channel. And then this channel would still be like going out and like doing different things, and showing different aspects of my life abroad. And hopefully I can show you guys more of Japan and so forth too, especially since I'm here. But like if there's ever some places that you guys thought about like wanting to see, because I guess that's the thing too, if you live abroad, sometimes there's places that you want to go, but you don't know if you should go there or not, because like you're only in Japan or whatever for like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 days or something. And generally there's sometimes when you go to that place and you kind of waste a day because it wasn't what you thought it would be. So if you guys have any places like around Osaka or Kyoto or something like that that you want to see, you can always let me know on like Twitter, Instagram, or my Facebook page, since they're like all linked to each other, or in the comments or whatever. And I could try to see if I can go see those and show you guys that. My friend wanted me to show Universal Studios, so that's one that I did. And it was like a birthday bash and everything too, so that's one that I did. But like if you ever have stuff like that you want to see, because obviously you don't want to come to Japan for like 3 days in like Osaka or somewhere and then not be able What? Well, go, but maybe it's not what you expected it to be, so you kind of wasted time doing that when you could have done something else. Because who knows when you'll come back again. If you ever have stuff like that, you can always let me know, and I'll try to see if I can venture out and do those things. Hot dogs, fried. Hey, shredding love fried steak fries steak fries steak fries as in like the big fries. Eh, fried fried steak. Cornbread. Oh, cornbread. I miss cornbread. Oh, you know what? There is a lot, huh? But that would be like southern food, huh? Like greens and chitlins, but I can't do that. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, that's what I can't do. But yeah, stuff like that, huh? I guess that'd probably be more southern stuff. Basically, all junk food applies to America. Oh God. Uh, Brown cheese, yes, Marie. You're always smiling, so I can't imagine you mad. You told us we don't want to see you angry. You know. So like, like that stuff is hidden though. Like you, like you. Oh, what is it? I'm trying so like what's funny is I have been laughing too much. I tried so hard, and I feel like honestly, I feel like it must be like a bad luck thing, right? Like you try so hard to be a good person or to have a better life, and the more you want that, like the more maybe you see bad things come your way. It I still can't even get past that comment. But like that stuff eats up at you, and like a majority of people, right? So like so when all that stuff happens, so I don't be mad or get angry. Majority of the time, what do people do? They just hide it. Majority of times, and like see, then this gets dark because, like, a majority of why, not all the time, but sometimes why some things go bad when it has to do with violence and certain things is because people have suppressed a lot of emotions, right? Um, and boy, do I have so many suppressed emotions like from like all that stuff. And like, man, Korea was like living with that guy in Korea was taking a cake because like I was getting very, very depressed because there was just so many negative thoughts that I was having at the time and so many things I was thinking about doing, which is like why a lot of people wanted me to leave the situation at the time, but like my thing is everything that's negative for me, I don't really talk to, I don't really do, I've gotten a little bit better at talking to people about it compared to when I was like back before I didn't really talk to people about many things. I was very easy for others to talk to and for others to give me like what's going on with them, and I could give advice and all that stuff. I do want to say maybe it's probably because I was always so constant with just like hearing and listening to everybody else's feelings and giving back like advice and so forth that maybe we just never really talked about me. So or maybe I didn't want it to. I don't know. I can't really go back and say why it never happened, but not too much I talk. So like I have so many close friends, but not all of them know everything about me compared to probably me knowing kind of like everything about them. Sometimes, I think about it, especially even more. I do wish more close friends would ask me about it, so I had people to talk about it. I don't know. For me, I'm weird. I like people to come and do stuff for me without me having to just say it to them or do it. I don't know. It's weird. So like, like how are you doing or something? I'd rather that come than me to just spill out everything. And I know I'm like that, so that's like a hard thing to battle. But I've been getting a little bit better with talking about different things going on and so forth. So it's been going a little bit better. I mean, but then like when I started talking about that stuff in like Korea, like I started crying a lot because it was really making me like mad, and I was getting so mad. And I feel like for me that I've noticed is like if I'm really mad and I can't do something, I guess I start to cry. Didn't even know that until I lived in Korea. But like I was getting angry a lot, and there's just so many things I wanted to do that I couldn't do, and I was just so instead I would just cry, and then I was trying not to hit things or something, and yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. Um, Next, you're always okay. So we moved past that. She's a good woman. Hey, she's a good woman. I must have missed that. Wait, cornbread, da da da. Basically, oh, no, my mom. Hi, yeah, thank you. My mom is, you know what, and that could be why too. My mom is actually a very, very nice person. Very nice. She was very strict when I was growing up. Very strict. Now she's like an a saint or an angel, yeah. But like when I was growing up, maybe because I was a first child, there. Oh my God, was the oh, she was the strictest person ever. Had to have straight A's. Had to be like the best child ever. Like I had to be picture perfect. Um, yeah, she was the worst with me. Now she is. I guess I can't say she was a nice. She was hard though. So the how hard she was didn't come off as being nice at the time. No, it still doesn't now. I think she's I don't know, she's nicer now though, at least. Or maybe it's because I'm old. Maybe because I'm older. I don't know. Or maybe because I saw so many bad kids. Because like I was not bad at all. But I still got like found ways to still get in trouble without being like as bad, or like, you know, or just making small mistakes compared to like other kids. You know, I would see them do like big things, and I'm just like, what? Like you could talk to your mom like that, or you can do that to your parents? Like what? Like that's some nonsense. Like what? Like I would never, you know, like never rolled my eyes at my mom, never said anything bad to my mom or anything. Like I wouldn't even think about doing that now. She probably still slap me, but like, but like, you know, she's. I guess maybe I don't know. I could be because I'm older, but we're on a different level compared to when I was younger, and we talk about things more like. Still, not everything. There's still, I guess, some things we could still talk about that we haven't yet, but you know, I don't know. Maybe some more of a grown up level, but I still know that she's still my mom and I'm still here. So you know, I still know that. I would never try to like, you know, go past that and just start saying random things that I know would still probably not go well with her. But yeah, she is a very nice person. Maybe if I go home one day, because I've been gone for like forever, I'll show her in a video or something. My friend, I was messaging my mom while I was at work on my break time, and my Japanese friend was there, and she got to see my mom, and she was like, she is so like happy and nice and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, that's my mom, or at least now. um, let's see. I lived abroad and talked to my parents every week. Well, we try at least. Midori, really? I hope they get to visit you in Japan and you can make a video for us. My mom would probably never. My mom is super, super, super picky. My God, she can't eat anything. Like literally anything. She has to. She would not survive in Japan. She would not survive in Japan. I don't think she would. I would have to go home so you could see her. She would not survive here. She would survive here. She would survive in her home country, which is Belize. But she would not survive here. No, she is too picky for that. Lauren's from England. Okay, wait. So that it was easier to make friends. Yes, if I go back. See, so you know what? That's the thing. I feel like it's a lot easier to I don't know. In the West, it's just easy. I feel like it's just easier to meet people and become friends quickly. Some like I wouldn't say that everybody in the West has friends because obviously there are some people who don't and go through a lot of different things that has to do with friends too. But I still think it's a lot easier to make friends in the West than it is in Asia. And I even met so many Japanese people, so many Korean people that still talked about not having that many friends or just having the very few close friends that they had from like school back in the day. And I didn't go to school there, so I can't really make those kind of friends, you know. But yeah, that's like the biggest thing I always miss being abroad is that I don't have that kind of stability that I had back home. And yeah, my mom was just making it worse with all her messages. Um, you're a positive person, so I don't see you struggling making friends. I understand the cultural differences, though. Lauren, yeah, it it culture. See, for me, I think that's where it becomes different, right? Because I feel like there are people that can easily adapt to cultures, and there are those that can't or don't want to. I honestly, I know everything about Japanese culture, and like more than Japanese people or more than Japanese people care to admit about Japanese culture. And I really could say so many things that a lot of people just don't know because I learned them living here and talking to other people about it, about those things, other Japanese people, especially when I was an Eikaiwa teacher. If people really like you, they really tell you like everything, and I've heard so many different things, and I know so much that others don't know, especially Japanese people, or like I said, they don't want to admit that's happening in Japan or whatever. But like that's its own thing too. But for me, the actual cultural things, like I am very open to doing anything very cultural related. Like that's kind of one of the reasons why I came here. You know, I don't really have, majority of people that come abroad usually is probably because they have like crushes on like Japanese or people or something like that, or or they like maybe like I said like anime or something like that, so they have like a kind of tie to Japan through one or two kind of cultural things, and I do want to learn more about the culture, but I don't have any like attachment to like the big things that people usually come to Japan for, which is probably like to find like the love of their life or like anime or manga, and I think that's pretty much it when it comes to like the big three about coming to Japan, because J-pop is not really going anywhere. Um, Western wise, right now, K-pop is what's going everywhere. Pop in general, American pop is already everywhere. So, but J-pop or any kind of music related things from Japan is not really gaining any favor abroad, I want to say. So generally, it's like anime, manga, and probably like just an interest in finding like your significant other in Japan. But I didn't have any of those. I just wanted to learn the language, and I did want to do the actual more cultural things, like visit some shrines, temples, wear a kimono or ten. um, let's see, travel around and see some of the things that people don't really show too much. A lot of those different things I wanted to do, but majority of people like they come to Japan and they don't even learn Japanese. They're here for like 20 years and stuff, and they don't even learn Japanese or anything. And I'm like, what? You lived there for 20 years? You don't even know Japanese or something? But they have their significant other generally, so they can do everything for them. So generally, they're okay. But I didn't have anything like that. I came abroad to pretty much do all that. I feel like, especially for me, like it'd probably be easier to do dating and stuff like back home or in a Western country. Maybe I think it'd be super hard to do that stuff abroad in Asia. do a video of yourself and talk about where you want to be and how it was. Now it's a video time capsule thing. Oh. Oh. Do a video about where I want to be. Wow, I'm already in my 30s, so what is that? In my 40s? Where do I want to be in my 40s? That could be pretty cool. There's a few things that I do want to do. I know I'm going to probably touch up on some of the things about Japan, like how much it is, like bill-wise, finding apartments and stuff in Japan, finding jobs, what kind of jobs you can do in Japan and stuff like that, like some little small tips kind of videos I want to do. Probably once a week, maybe. I want to start doing those pretty soon. I would say I kind of been on break from making videos, but I haven't, because I've posted like a video like every 2 days for like December to kind of do Vlogmas without really doing Vlogmas, because I was like, I don't want to commit to doing it every day. But yeah, there's still so many different things I want to do. I still would like to meet a lot of you guys, because I still haven't even been able to do that. I think that would be amazing, but I haven't been anywhere but Japan, so can't really meet anybody if I don't go to different countries. Are you on Twitch? Lauren, I do have a Twitch. I was on Twitch, but that was like the kind of hard thing, because it like divides being on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So I did do some stuff on Twitch for some time, and actually the ones when I had the streams on Twitch, they were pretty fun too. A lot of people came through and saw them, but I didn't know if I wanted to just like put everything on just YouTube. So I have different channels, and I do have a Twitch, but I just didn't know which one was better to maintain having a Twitch for like gaming, because I usually do the live. Well, I was doing the live streams on Twitch too at that time, and the only thing I was doing here was posting videos. So I didn't know if I should continue to do that or to just have everything on YouTube, because the majority of people that do follow me, they're on YouTube compared to on Twitch. And then let me see. I was doing them on Twitch, and then I think I had like one live stream on YouTube again when I first moved to my share house, and during that time you got to see like one of my roommates. And then after that I was gone, because I stopped making videos for some time. I was making a few videos here and there outside with like my other friends, but then it started to get too much with my living situation and time, and then I just stopped completely. Oh my god, do I need water? Haha, oh wow. I meant fries and steak. Ah, okay. No, but you know what? Shedding love, but fries would be French fries, right? So that's still France, right? It's not us. But you know, I've never been to France. Is French fries like a huge thing in France? Or why are they called French fries? I don't even know. Like, that's one too. Shedding love. I suppress my emotions too, and like it's not worth getting into it with people until I calm down. I'll talk it over. I'm the same way, giving people advice and knowing more about them, and they know about me. Oh, so you're similar to me then. And yeah, you know what's funny though about the like going away and then trying to come back, is that people people don't tend to know that. So like I'm trying to like remove myself from like the situation, and then they're more of, and then you meet people that are more of like the like, no, we need to talk about it now, and I'm like, no, we need to we need to give it a second, kind of, and then they're like, no, we need to talk about it now, and I'm just like, oh god, like, those don't balance out too well. Like, no, just give me some time, let me just, like, woo side out for like 2 seconds, and then we'll get there, but some people, everybody's different, so everyone has their own way of handling things. Oh, Wendy, yeah. You know what? But Wendy, I didn't know that because, like, sometimes I don't think I've ever been that mad in my life. Like, there is some times where, like, majority of times when I try to be like happy, I generally try to, what? I don't know. I don't really run into times where I'm like mad too much, but like, I do suppress a lot of like things that kind of make me sad or like depressed and stuff like that. Like, I kind of push those to the side a lot more. But actually being mad, it's usually just a lot of disappointments, I want to say, majority of the time, compared to actually being mad. But he was really making me mad. Like, man. And that's the first time I was encountering something like that. I did have bad roommates back in college too, only because they wanted me to see some naked girl. I think I said that before. They went out to, they were in a fraternity together, and there was like a girl who took off her bra or something, and they like woke me up at like 3 a.m. when they got back drunk and stuff to like show me, a video that they took of her, and I'm just like, why would you wake me up for that? And then because I said that, they like never talked to me again. So like, yeah, that happened. And then like they didn't want to talk to me no more because I didn't want to see their video, I guess. So that was a year, well, not a year, like it was probably like 9 months that we lived in the same place, but we didn't talk. But then they were constantly getting in trouble, like drunk driving and stuff like that, and all that. It was like a real mess with them. But during that time, they just didn't talk to me, so it was still okay. They didn't talk to me, and then I didn't talk to them. I just talked to other people outside in like the community rooms and stuff. So like that was okay. But what is it? That was okay. But like the one with the roommate that I had in Korea, like he was constantly trying to like say something or bring something up, like every day, or I'm studying and he's just like tapping on my shoulder or something, like he was constantly trying to make things like progress, and that was what was like irritating me, because like he was doing his best to just like start like a problem, and then and then after I'm sitting there, we're sitting there yelling or something, then he says the reason why this started was because of me. And I'm just like, what? Like, it was yeah, I don't know, maybe he was playing some mind games, I don't know. It was a lot though. It was a lot. Oh my god. You have, let me see, save. Wendy, you haven't saved for us in a long time. You should sing something. Wait, that was on Twitter. Twitter is a lot easier to sing. You know what's funny is, like, I haven't said this, but I actually made a song. So, it's on my list of things to do. I have like a list of like things I want to accomplish in my life before I die. I know it sounds morbid, but like a list of things I want to do. And creating a song was one of them. And I met this guy the same time I met the girl that I told you I met recently. Wait, did I say that? That's a TV personality? I'm so lost on who I've been talking to. So I met a girl. Yeah, I did. I said that on Friday. And she was a TV personality, and she got me in contact with somebody. So hopefully I can make things happen. But I think I like kind of skipped over that and went somewhere else. But anyway, the guy. I also met a guy there, and he's like at that same party, and he's like he's a guitarist. I think he does bass, and I think he does drums too. He does like everything. So I met him, and I was like, oh, I've always wanted to be in a band and stuff. I always wanted to create a song. And he's like, well, let's do it. Let's create a song. So it's like a very, very, very rough track that I did create a song, my own song. He did like all the guitar work and stuff. Any kind of like, yeah, I guess it was like more of what I wanted. Kind of, sort of, whatever. But like all the lyrics is me. But I actually created a song. Like, it's on my computer. I even made a video. I currently have the video, and I was going to actually post a video 2 days before New Year's. Well, I was gonna edit and post the video, but then like I was just like, maybe I don't want to. So then I didn't do it. I was like, I'm just gonna go on a break actually for created videos, and then I did that hike that morning, so then I was like, I'll create a video about this. So I did create a song. I was debating what to do with it. Maybe I'll play it someday. I don't know. Maybe I'll make the video first, and then I don't know. I'll make the video, and then I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Midori, make a video of your mom being a picky eater. Just kidding. She just doesn't do a lot to. She's not. I say Japan because things that looks different for her, she probably wouldn't try. And there's a lot of things that's different in Japan. Everything that comes from a different country in Japan is Japanified. Is that even a word? It's made to suit Japanese people. So like man, I can't even eat pizza here because it's just for me it's just not good. I'm like, what? Do you put mayonnaise on pizza? And like, different things that I've never heard of on pizza. And I'm just like, you don't have just like the regular pepperoni pizza. And then like not even that, right? And I don't know, from like American standards at least, you always have marinara sauce on pizza, but in Japan, that's like two separate things. Like there's this pizza called a margarita pizza, which that has marinara sauce on it. But if you don't get that pizza, then any of the other pizzas you get is basically just cheese and bread with like mayonnaise or some other kind of topping that they have. Oh, really, Marie? You put mayonnaise on pizza? Oh no. Oh jeez. You know why? Because like I haven't been able to eat mayonnaise in years. Because mayonnaise is like, what is mayonnaise? Like some kind of fat, right? I feel like I'm mixing things up. Was that the whale fat? I forget now. But I'm like totally. Why am I having this in Japanese but not in English? I totally. Nigate. I can't. Nigate? Nigate. English. Nigate. I'm not used to. Oh my god! How did I forget that in English? What the heck? 1 second. Really? It sounds so much better in Japanese. Well, I'm just not good. I'm just not good with eating. What? See, okay. Why didn't I just say that? See, it sounds different in Japanese. What? I'm just not good at eating mayonnaise. Because it's too fatty, so I stopped eating lots of fatty foods years ago, so I can't do it anymore. I love French fries, but even that, if French fries is like too oily, I can't do it. Yeah, I can't. But goes back to Lauren. French fries is from Belgium. Then why is it called French fries? Why not Belgium fries? Did I skip more? Let me see. Oh wow, I did. I haven't sing. I want to go to actually learn it. I want to go to actually learn and meet different people. Also see what they do and how they do things. Yeah. Shredding love. It is a little. I feel like if you have one thing that I'm going to do this year too, which is part of my resolution, is I'm going to join some clubs. My friend was telling me about this one where her friend, which I mean, see, this is the only thing though. If you come to Japan, I mean, no, well, I guess people say that about going to America. You have to learn English or whatever. You do have to learn Japanese. You do like, and if you really want to do, if you want to be involved in the community, even though, like I said, it could still be hard sometimes. If you want to be involved and do some things, like archery club, kudo, or something like that, kendo or something like that, you have to really know Japanese, to or be working on your Japanese to like do that. And that's one thing I want to do, or a few things I want to do is I want to join some clubs because I feel like that's probably be a good way to meet people, and stuff like that. I actually saw this thing online about this guy. He's a boxer and he also does like boxing manga, and he came here to be a mangaka, which is a manga artist and so forth, and he's been doing boxing and so forth, and he's been here 4 months only, and but he's met so many different people, like heads of like different manga companies and stuff like that, and he's only been here 4 months. I was like, wow, that seems like more than I've done, and I've been here like almost 3 years. And it is true, I've never done any clubs or anything like that. I found different ways to try. I was trying to find different ways to meet people at the school that I was going to, but like maybe if I actually tried to join a club or something like that, then I would have done a lot better. So that's on my list of things to do. It was actually before I saw that, because my friend was talking to me about doing kendo, which is like real swords, right? Which is kind of scary, but kind of a little bit. But doing like real sword play, and the same girl that I met that Friday, and we were talking about a whole bunch of things. I guess I'll talk about that too. But she was telling me about that, and she's like she knows the leader of a kendo club, and you learn like the art of sword fighting. So I was like, wow, that seems pretty cool. Like, and like that was already in my head to try to join a club or something this year. So I was like, why not? Like, that would be amazing, right? To learn how to. Kind of scary that it's actual swords, I guess. I don't want to lose an arm or anything, but it could be cool, right? And like obviously, and then we're talking about it. And she's like, yeah, and she's like, maybe if he's cool with it, you can probably broadcast that, and that could be like a kind of series you could be working on, like becoming like a kendo master or something like that. I was like, that would be awesome, so you guys can see me from like not knowing how to do any sword play at all to like hopefully getting better hopefully and not like chickening out or whatever, like I can't be playing with swords, not trying to lose an arm or a leg or something. But I think that would be fun, so I want to try to do that. I also want to try to do like some more singing, so actually join like something devoted to singing, hopefully something devoted to dancing too, and keep trying to find different ways to model. But I want to start applying to modeling companies now with the photos that I have. So that's some other things that I'm planning on doing. Marie was brushing her teeth. I would assume that she's done or in bed by now. One of the two. But yes, I do advise, if you do come here, trying like to try to learn some Japanese. I haven't used the site yet. I do use one for kanji, but not too many people care about learning kanji. What's the site I use here? So right now I'm using like Surukame for like learning kanji, and that's just because I've always wanted to master all kanji. Like I'm kind of very good at kanji compared to a lot of other people, but Surukame gives you like a list of like different, I don't know, like kanji. It comes like every once in a while, and you learn how to do kanji if anybody ever wants to be like a kanji master. Look up Surukame. I guess I can type that. Surukame. And it goes all the way to level 60. It does cost money. It costs like $9 a month if you want to go past. You can try for free though. The first 3 levels is free, so you can try to see if you like it. And then I liked it, and I don't have any other way to really study kanji, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then they had like a Christmas sale where you can buy like a lifetime membership for $200. I think the Christmas sale is until the 17th of January if anybody wants to try it and see. But that's what I've been working on. I'm like on level 11 right now, but I'm doing so much that I can't really focus on it as much as I would like to, because I'm doing this, I'm studying Korean still, and I'm trying to go out and make videos. So, but I want to finish all 60 levels. They say if you like really work on it, it takes about like a year. So I'm trying to do that. And there's a site that my friend told me about, which I haven't used, but it's free for those who wants to learn Japanese. Maybe you guys already know about it, but it's Imabi. Now I done lost. Where is Imabi? Imabi. Is that like a .net or something? Well, I'll just put Imabi. But if you're interested in actually learning Japanese, it's like from beginner, which is like nothing, and even if I'm correct, they even have like different sound devices so you can learn how to practice the different sounds or stuff. I want to go through that again too, but like it's either the kanji or that, because I'm also studying Korean on the side too, studying too much. But those are some free. Not all free, but the Imabi is free at least, and that could apparently take you to about an advanced. Can take you to an advanced level of Japanese. You'll probably learn some kanji through that too, but if you really want to learn kanji, then Surukami will probably be one of the best ones I've heard, and I started doing it and I like it, so that's the one that I'm doing for kanji. But yeah, if you're interested in learning Japanese or something like that, that'll probably be the first thing you want to do, especially if you're going to come abroad. And the more Japanese you do know, even though it's hard still, no matter how much you know, the better and easier your life will be if you're here. To me, when I first came to Japan, I studied for like a quarter, I think, in high school, in college. So like I was literally picking up like 1 or 2 words here and there, and then after that, I did that full year studying here back in 2012, and then after that, I couldn't study again really, or I couldn't devote time to studying because I was always doing English teaching, and if you don't want to be an English teacher, then you would have to learn Japanese. There's like kind of no other way around it unless you have a kind of specialty that is needed here. Like I have a friend that she works at USJ. Or Universal Studios Japan. She's a designer, so if you have like something that's very useful, that's the only other way you can get away with not really knowing the language. I think that's kind of like anywhere you go. If you have something very useful and they really need it, or something like that, then you can get away with it because they probably have a few people that speak English or whatever in the department. But if not, majority of times you have to learn the language of the country that you go to. So I would, if you really want to come, and if you really don't want to teach English, or if you don't mind, and you, not, I guess just being an English teacher, maybe it's your thing, then you don't have to learn Japanese. But if you want to do something outside of teaching English, then I would probably advise to either have like search for a job abroad but in Japan. So from your home country, just search for a job that you're interested in, and just show them like your qualifications and so forth, and then try to get invited to come here to interview, and try out for the job from back home compared to coming here and then trying to do it. Um, but if you're interested in being a teacher, those are probably one of the easiest jobs to get, I want to say. There's always teachers that they're looking for, and it only takes you having a college degree. And as long as you have a college degree, you can be a teacher. So that makes it a lot easier for anybody who teaches, who knows English. Um, oh, Lauren, I don't understand how people can live somewhere and not learn it. That is my thing too. Like, I can't do that. Like I left Korea or whatever, and even when I left Japan the first time and I went back home, I still tried to do my best to study as much as I could on the side, but because I knew I was coming back too, hopefully. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's also because I don't want to not be able to understand what people are saying about me or to me or something like that. So I really want to learn the language, but I met some people that said like they didn't want to learn the language because they felt like they knew that somebody was saying bad, and if they knew the language, then they would know what they just said to them, and then it'd probably like piss them off or something. And I'm just like, I guess, but then if you already understand that they said something bad to you, then wouldn't you already get pissed off? Like I was like, I didn't see the kind of like the difference in that, because like if you know that somebody said something bad about you, then you're telling me that, so you're already mad about it. So like, what's the difference? But yeah. Do a meet and greet back in the U.S. sometime. I told it. I think that was back on Twitch, and we were talking about that, and I really want to do one in Los Angeles, obviously, because that's where I'm from. When I went back home, I just haven't been back home yet. But I do. That's also another one of my resolutions, is actually to start going back once a year, or I don't know, because I don't really know how my life is gonna pan out, or what's next for me or whatever. But at least if I'm still abroad, I want to be able to go back once a year at least. So I should be going home this year. So during that time, I will do something in LA, so you guys can come out, whoever does live in LA, and and we could hang out. Probably do majority is probably going to be something pretty cool though. Cool to me, which is like like Korean barbecuing and karaoke or something like that. I guess because it'd be weird to like go and do like a huge like, I don't know, like a movie or something. I don't know. I guess we would we have to meet first and see how it goes. I don't know. I'm thinking of other people. The only meet and greets I've seen is people literally just like meet, hello, maybe a hug or something, and then maybe a picture, and then that's pretty much it. But I always wondered if that was like, I guess people don't care maybe, huh? I wonder if that was like just not enough. do you want to like actually hang out or something? Like, I don't know. I guess, granted, I guess it depends on your following. If you have a lot of people, there's no way you could do like a small karaoke event or something, or I don't know, like a movie or something. I don't know. It would be like because like Charlotte and Taylor that one time had that sleepover event, if I'm correct. I think that's what it was. I swear they had that. I feel like I'm lost. I think that was a thing. But like that, I thought that was a pretty cool idea. Something like that. I guess that could be. Is that scary though? Because you don't. Because you're meeting everybody for the first time. Just have random people. I don't know, in your house or something. I don't know. But I guess something like that. Let me see. Some people Twitch live and post live videos on YouTube. Lauren, some people told me that too. The only thing that I was having is that since majority of my following is already on YouTube, and some people, or a majority of people, they didn't have Twitch at the time. They said it was harder for them to actually be able to stop by and see some of my videos because they didn't have it, and they already had me on YouTube. So I understood that too. Twitch is like its own like entity, and like YouTube is its own entity. So if people don't have both or probably don't want to get both, then I understand that too, because it could be kind of hard, or it's a lot of work having multiple different social media accounts. I literally only get the stuff that I need for like my modeling or acting and stuff like that. Like literally, if it's something that I need that will help me get to where I need to be, then I get it. But like sometimes friends are like, can you get this messenger or this messenger so we can talk? And I'm just like I already got so many messengers to try to communicate with people. I was like, I really don't want another one. Yes, laugh aloud. I have no idea why they're called French. French fries are from Belgium. Laugh aloud. I close people out when I'm mad. I hide away from people. Same here. WTF. Wow. Did that just... Wow. Where did all the stuff... Okay. Well, goodbye to them then. Hi, Gregory. Happy New Year. Hello, Lorena. Oh, yeah. I haven't said hello to new people that came for some time, huh? And hello, Karen. Happy New Year's to you guys. Ranch and blue cheese on pizza. I love ranch on pizza. Ranch on pizza is amazing. Blue cheese. You know what? The first time I had blue cheese was here in Japan at TGI Fridays. And the blue cheese here is different from the one in America, so I don't really know how it tastes because their ranch tastes different too. It didn't really taste that good. But the blue cheese really did not taste good. So I hope it tastes better in America. But it really wasn't that good here. You guys in mayonnaise on pizza. Oh no. It's mustard and oil and stuff. Oh. Mayo on see, I can't even do mayonnaise on sandwiches anymore. Garlic mayo on pizza is good. What? Garlic mayo? What is that? Tuna sandwich with mayo. Even with tuna, when I was younger, I used to eat tuna with mayo, but now I don't. I skip the mayo altogether. And maybe that's why I can't do it anymore. I feel like when you cut something out for a long period of time, you just can't really eat it anymore. Shredding love. I'm going to try that, Marie. Mayo and pizza, I'll try it out. No, don't do it, shredding love. Oh. Try ranch instead. Try ranch. Oh, it's good. Oh, no. I have pizza right now, too. Pizza right now. I didn't even get to say bye to Wendy. I'm so behind on this whole chat. But hopefully you see this later. Bye, Wendy. or hello, Wendy, if you see this. Yes, I have a Japanese book right now where I'm learning basics. Clubs and events is where I'll be able to learn way more than just the things by myself. Yeah, shredding light. I really would try IMB. It looks like they do have a lot of content there. I think it may be very, very useful for you. Marie's gonna sleep soon. I would love food and workouts. Oh, okay. Then that's really gonna be something that I'll work on. Playing with swords. What could go wrong? Lose all my arms and legs probably. A live stream. Woo! Glad I randomly clicked YouTube. Oh no. Oh, that's because some people don't follow me on Twitter. I think I posted it on YouTube, right? Did I post it on YouTube? I think I did. That I'm live now? I swear, did I think I did and didn't? That could be why. No, I did. Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. Good night, Marie. I wonder how long ago that was. I have one friend So leaving anyone else behind in America wouldn't be a problem for me, but only my family because that's fam. Mm. Yeah, so if you come here, if you want to teach English, then if you already have your degree, then for me, finding an English job is very, very easy in Japan compared to other countries. Well, actually, it's probably the easiest in China, I think, because when I tried to apply to come to Japan or Korea, for some reason, it always like I'd be like looking for a place in Tokyo, and it always give me stuff in like China too. So I guess the easiest place would be China, maybe. I don't know. Tokyo would probably, I guess, Japan would probably be second, but you probably might not get the place that you want to get, especially if you're outside of Japan. If you want to live in wait, shredding and live, you said, rural areas was okay, I think, but if you want to, let me see, if you want to do that, then I think it'll work out for you very, very well. Oh, Brown Eyed Girl, I was just talking about you some time ago. Oh, welcome. So yeah, see, I think the only thing is family, and that's only because of holidays. Holidays, you want that food or whatever that you haven't had in some time, and like in Japan, like there's so much you just can't get here, like so much, like man. So much. Even in Korea there was a lot of stuff I couldn't get too, but they had such a good ordering system in Korea. Like literally, like all your groceries come to your apartment, like they had an amazing ordering system. Bye Lauren, I will see you next time. I'll try to do streams a little bit more so we can talk. But oh, and have a great new year. But yeah, if you, I see. You know what's funny though? Now that you bring up mom's cooking, is that I did most of the cooking back home, which is my mom and then we're kind of getting on my diet. Um, it was very, very like easy, kind of, because like I was cooking the food that I liked, and then everybody would just eat what I wanted to eat pretty much. And my mom was picky anyway. She doesn't like mayonnaise, right? Haven't seen that lady in so long. I can't even remember what she like. No, she doesn't like mayonnaise. So that was already easy. And then I just stopped. I was trying to eat less, but actually for the diet so I'm like half dieting, half. Why I say that is, I'm trying to half do keto diet or keto diet. I don't even know how you pronounce it really. Um, because I want to lose. Maybe what I should do is check my actual body fat percentage. But I already feel like my abs are pretty big. But I don't know, like people. I don't know. Well, everybody's body is different too. I think I should check how much body fat I have first before I start doing all this stuff. That's what I need to do. I need to check my body fat. I do, but I'm like trying to do that, trying to see. Diets are the devil. You know what's funny is that I tried so many things and they don't work for me. Like I was saying earlier, but you missed Brown Eyed Girl. Is that I tried so many different diets or whatever, and they just don't work as well for me. Even working out, my body just never wants to change. It just wants to stay small and skinny. But it's after years and years of work, it's slowly coming towards something. But I just hate that I feel like if I was in somebody else's body, granted they probably easier can get like bigger too, but like it'd be so much easier for me because I already love to work out and stuff, so it'd be very good. And Sonia down for karaoke and Korean barbecue. See, that's going to have to be it then. We're gonna have to go to Koreatown and do karaoke and at what is it, and Korean barbecue. Oh, and I miss that. Which is funny because I in America, a lot of stuff you can do that you can't do in like the home countries. Like in LA at least, there's a lot of different what is it? All you can eat sushi places for like $20, and there's no like all you can eat sushi places in Japan. I've like never even heard of that in Japan, but you can do that in America, and all you can eat Korean barbecue. Dang it. Hello, Jasmine. Jasmine. Oh, I done messed up. Oh, I do need to live stream more, obviously, because I didn't forgot everybody's name. I think I said that right, Jasmine. I did. I forgot everybody's name. Yes, but I that stuff is actually very beneficial because I don't know. It's funny because it seemed very expensive when I was in America or whatever, and then you come abroad, and then everything is more expensive than that. Because like there's no all you can eat any of that. It's just like you can get you some chicken, but then you're gonna have to buy more chicken and buy more chicken and then buy more chicken, and then it's gonna be like I don't know $50 because it's or something like that. And then even the all you can eat places that do have like some kind of barbecue, which are kind of very limited, those are still about $50 or more for some time. And like it's a lot more expensive than it was back in LA for me. Like that it's literally like 2 times more than it was in LA for me. Can I go back up? Yes, it is. They did, I think, or was that with Maria and Charlotte? That wasn't with Taylor then. I thought it was with Taylor. I thought it was like a Christmas themed one for some reason. I could be wrong. Soccer. See, the soccer event, I went to that though. Wait, which one? Because that's where I met Taylor for the first time. And that was 3 years ago. No, it wasn't. It was. No. I read that. And hey Sergio, Happy New Year. Pineapple on pizza is amazing. I at least like Sergio's choice of toppings. This mayo and pizza has to go. I tried New York's blue. New York's blue cheese. Is that different? Lorena left. Good night, Lorena. Hope to talk to you again soon. I sent you comedians video sharing whenever you get some time. Check it out. I'm just happy to see you smile, laugh, and look happy. Everybody says that. Looking happy is the what? The theme of today. You look so much more happier compared to before. But Lauren did leave. Oh no, I did say bye to Lauren at that time. Yes, my mom's cooking. I said that. Ginger. Hi, Greg. I'm in Korea now. I can order. Yes, Ginger. Honestly, that was another one of the things I did love about being in Korea. But I also thought that's probably why a lot of people were bigger, was because you don't really have to go anywhere to buy anything in Korea. Like literally anything you can pay out, which is like get delivered to your door. Like any and everything. I literally got like chicken, like frozen chicken delivered to my door all the time. And it was so helpful because like I didn't have a car. And I thought like, oh, how am I going to take all this home? But they literally deliver everything to your door. Like Korea has like, honestly, I've never been anywhere else in the world, but to the places that I have been, which is like Central America, because my mom is from Central America, and North America, and Japan and Korea. Korea has the best delivery system like ever. Yeah, there's probably still some stuff you can't get in America, get that you can get in America, but being able to, not only that, like I think if you saw some of my videos when I was in Korea, like we ordered chicken and stuff while we're at the park and stuff like that. Like literally they go on their little motorcycle bikes and just appear out of nowhere, and like you just pay them and then you're eating or drinking at the park. Like literally they have the probably like the world's best delivery system. Like you don't have to move. Like they'll just come towards you. And then they have the people standing there trying to give you out like coupons or little like what's those leaflets that has like this kind of chicken place or pizza place that's near here because they're trying to get more people to buy from them because they're at the park, and everybody orders while they're at the park. And man, that I miss that though. I really do miss how convenient that was. It's like, man, like I've never heard of that before. mm, Shredding love vegan. Vegan. A vegan diet. I think that would be very hard living in Japan and even in Korea. Because no matter, even for vegetarian, no matter what, I think apparently they're getting a little bit better with it, but no matter what, when they say things are vegetarian, it's not really. A lot of times I want to say, you have to be careful. Like, in Korea, what I noticed when I was in Korea is like they always said like, oh, this is vegetarian, whatever. But it always had little ham inside. And I first noticed that because like when we go places, Charlotte, she couldn't eat a lot of things because she would be like, it'll say like, oh, it's vegan or whatever, or no, vegetarian or something like that. But then like there'd be meat, and she's like, I can't eat this, And I was just like, oh, at the time, and like I had this other friend that was vegetarian, and she could barely eat anything too, and I was just like, oh, like you gotta be careful because everything like no majority of the rest of the world I think is not used to like all that stuff. Korea did have a very good vegan restaurant. It was very expensive though, but probably because it was vegan. But that that what was it called, Plant, that place, man, literally had some of the best food I've ever eaten, and I'm not even vegan. But I felt like if I was vegan, I'd have to go there like every day. Like I'd have to go there every day to eat from them. And yeah, I would have to be rich, obviously, because I couldn't go there every day without having money. But I would literally have to go there every day, and I would probably enjoy being a vegan if I went there because they made amazing food. Their what was that chili cheeseburger? It really did taste like. It was good enough. But their chili cheese fries with their fake chili and fake cheese or whatever. I don't even know. I don't know what's all in vegan stuff, but that was amazing. Diets are the devil. Again, I say this. Intuitive eating is the way to go. At least if you want to get rid of diet culture. You know what? So I don't even see. I diet. The only reason why I diet is for making my six pack look better. Even though people say it's already good enough or whatever, and you probably still say that again, but that could be my issue though too. Is probably I just don't know that I'm already pretty small. I guess I probably just don't know that I don't have my body's just different from everybody else's, so it's not gonna achieve the same kind of like six pack as other people, which I'm aware of. I just don't really know my body fat percentage, and maybe if I knew that would probably be more of a signal that like maybe you really don't have to do that because you don't have any body fat at all or something like that, and your body's just how it is for your body, compared to seeing people that have kind of like I wish mine's kind of look like that, but there's all those things that you have to take into account that everybody's body's not the same. Like their body could be like wider than mine's or something, or longer or something, so that's why it looks the way it does. You can't really achieve the same body as everybody else all the time. It really depends. Time to get an 8-pack. I cannot. My body is not. My body is not long enough. Even the bottom abs don't seem to show as big as like my my top four. I feel like I do have like a small little one or two right below my chest, maybe. But yeah, that one's hard too. Because if not, it's probably just like very, very small. But some people's body is just very long, it's like super long. So like the apex is literally like one, two, three, you can like really see it like clearly. And that's like below their chest cavity or chest area. But then there's people that like they barely have a small like first and second one right below their chest, kind of. But those are hard to sculpt. um, let's see. I did say hello. When I went to a journey in Japan, when I went to Japan the third time, I was living near Osaka, and I had a really hard time making friends. It seemed that the people in the area were more closed-minded towards foreign. You know what's funny? Journey in Japan is that I lived in close to Tokyo. I lived in Chiba, and that's very, very close to Tokyo. And when I was there, everybody kept talking about how more friendly people were in Osaka, and how easier it would be to make friends and stuff like that compared to what it was in Japan. I mean, in Japan. What it was in Tokyo. And I thought, maybe, which is another reason why I did come to Osaka too, is 'cause I was like, maybe that's like where it's at then. They said a lot of people are more easier to talk to you than and stuff than compared to Tokyo. But I did talk to somebody about it, and they said no, it's actually not true. And it actually is not true, really. Maybe it could be for some people, I guess, but like for me, like no, I talked to more people probably in Tokyo area. The good thing that I'm finding is that I'm in Osaka, even though I'm not doing as much as I would like to, I'm still meeting more people through other people, and that's what's helping me. Um, but there's a lady that I'm supposed to meet who wants to talk to me, and she's from Tokyo, and she's coming here. I'm not even sure if that's in terms of job relations or what, because she's looking for people that are trying to what is it, promote Japanese culture to the world. So I'm not really sure in terms of why we're meeting, but she's from Tokyo. If that was like something that was really, really good, and it was in terms of, I don't know, promotions or YouTube or whatever, and she lives in Tokyo, then that would be like one of my good ways to probably go back to Tokyo too. Unless, yeah, probably. So I don't know. I haven't met her to meet her and see what she wants to talk about or whatever, but I want to do that. Um, let's see. What? And then my huge water bottle. Chicken sounds good right now. Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. The live stream started late. I was talking to myself for like 20, 30 minutes. So, yeah, that happened too. So, at least for the next live stream, I'll be better prepared, hopefully. I do want to try some Japanese alcohol, but I don't really drink. Let me see. Yeah, I get. Yeah, I get. In Los Angeles, I don't. Did I run into many different? I guess if you really want Japanese sake, you probably might have to come here. They do have a lot of us Japanese beer like Asahi in America, or well in LA at least. Let me not say America because it was in LA at least. Um, they did have some sake. You can get sake at different like Japanese bars and stuff like that. They probably don't have as big of a selection as they do in Japan though, but they do have some different Japanese drinks that you can get if you go to like a sushi bar or something like that. At least in LA, they did. Ginger, we get to buy all of our American groceries on the army post too. So best of both worlds. Um, that's it too. Um, you you right now you're living on the base. I did have a friend there that told me he was like, you should really find you a friend that lives on the base, um, near Seoul. He was like, because it'll be very very good for you and beneficial for you to get stuff that you want, that's American, like chips and stuff like that. And I was like, what? Um, but I never found a friend that lived on the base. Maybe it's I needed honestly, it's the same thing I'm having now. I need to get out more. Like even if I'm not meeting people how I am right now, I need to just try to venture out and try to do some kind of clubs or something to try to see what I can make of the things around me, and that's what I plan to do like from here on out. So that's what I'm gonna do soon, at least now. Let me see. But yeah, it'd be really nice if I knew somebody on the base. And if I knew people that could do my hair all the time. I am trying to get my Japanese friend to come over. She is coming over today to do my hair, ha ha ha, for the first time. So I'm gonna try to video. I'm gonna try to record her doing my hair, because when I was in Korea, I did the little hair series where people were doing my hair, but the only thing is they would it had negative effects to my hair because sometimes they would use heat or something like that, even though I told them not to use heat, which was like a problem. And yeah, that was ruining my hair. So, or I don't know, it just seems like it's not growing as much as it did before. It was growing a lot more back in the day, I think. So yeah, I need to do that better. We gotta get the. I need to deliver. I need that delivery service here. Brown Anchor, man, that delivery service is amazing. Korea really has the best delivery service ever. I do miss that because I just thought they were crazy when they were like, oh, we're at the park, and I'm like, okay, and they're like, oh, we should go get some food. I'm like, oh, well, why didn't we do that? Like in my head, I'm like, well, shouldn't we have done that before we came to the park? And I'm like, yeah, okay, and then they just pulled out their phone and they were looking at the app, and I was like, do you want like what was it, like Thai food or whatever, and they're just like scrolling up like this. I'm just like, what? And they're like, then they're gonna deliver here, and they're like, yeah, like where else would they deliver? And I was like, what? I was like, who does that, you know? Because I've never heard of like being able to deliver it like at parks and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, they deliver everywhere in Korea. I'm like, dang. I was like, that's amazing. But yeah, mountains and all that, you can find some kind of delivery service if they're close enough, and it'll deliver to you. I don't even know if they probably, but I think they had probably like a little kind of fee added to it, but it was still, everybody just did delivery. Yeah, I want to try it out, and it's hard not to eat meat. I think shredding love. I think it's like kind of like everything. If you stop doing it for enough of a time, the beginning is gonna be hard, obviously, because if you're used to eating meat, when everybody puts meat in your face, kind of like even if they're not like throwing it in your face, it's like there. It's gonna be hard for you not to want to eat meat. But I think after you do it for some time, then it gets easier. You just gotta get over like that lump of like, trying not to eat meat, because that's what happened to me when I don't really eat hello when I try not to eat as much like fatty stuff back in the day, which is why I can't even eat mayonnaise. I don't eat fast food really. Why I can't really eat like McDonald's and like places like that, because I just stopped a long time ago, and now when I try, it just tastes horrible, kind of. Yeah. Like, man, I remember. Oh, hi, Sydney. I remember back in the day when, like, I was younger and, like, a Big Mac was, like, the best burger in, like, the world for me. And then then they came out with the Whopper, and I thought that was the best burger in the world. And then now, like, Yeah, I mean, granted, there's a lot of stories that I also heard about Japan. I mean, Japan about McDonald's meat not being what you thought it was and stuff like that. But like back in the day, Big Mac was like the best thing. Like I don't know that I could ever imagine at the time. Um, but I love that burger. Yes, I did. But now I felt like if I ate that, it would probably not be the best experience. I feel like it'd probably be the worst experience ever if I ate that burger now. Well, places like In and Out is okay. In and Out's okay because In and Out, their meat is actually really good. Um, but some other things are just not. Mm, I've been vegan for 5 years and it's hard here. There's a few good vegan restaurants in Seoul, but I just cook at home most of the time. But Ginger, how do you do that when you go out though? That's my only problem. It's like when you go out, it's not you're not always able to eat the things that you want to eat, you know? And I think do you have to pack a lunch all the time? And then if you do you always have to bring like ice or have ice on you to keep it cold or something? Or like I never know how that really works. Not only that, I always think of like in America at least, I feel like because of all those options are more open and available to a lot of people. Like no, kind of no matter where you go in like a supermarket or something, you can find like an area or a section like devoted to that. But it's harder to find those kind of sections like abroad in Asia at least, or I feel like if you went to India, if you lived in India, you'd be good because like a lot of people in India are vegetarian. Um, so you'd be good in India at least. But like Japan and Korea at least, because those are the only places I've been. I've never been to like China or anywhere else. Um, what's the southeastern countries? But I to me just looking at a lot of stuff and like I'm like, wow, it'd probably be really, really hard to do all that. Even to try to do the keto diet or whatever, um, just knowing the other alternative things you can probably eat if I live back home compared to like here. I'm like, oh, they don't have this or they don't have this kind of flour or this kind of flour or whatever. You know, some things that you can do to try to make like some of the original stuff that you want to eat, but you can't really make those because they don't have those stuff here. You know, oh, they don't have almond flour or something. They only have regular flour or something like that. So there's just so many things that you can't really do as easily or readily available as you can back home. Brown eyed girl, I moved to Korea just for that service. Um, um, oh no. I would have made it here earlier, but I wasn't home. Ah, you were out. Oh, I gotta go out soon too and shop for my friends coming over to do my hair, so I can make them some food for helping me. And then they're gonna film. One of them is gonna film the video for me, so that's gonna be pretty fun. Let me see. Ginger, if you come back to Korea sometime, I can get you a vid. You know, which is a lot of things. Like when I was telling people, one, I had some bad experiences in Korea, which is also why I wanted people to look at that video too. Is that I didn't want to everybody to get the wrong idea that like I hate Korea or I hate whatever, because that's not what it was. You know, I just really found myself in two bad situations, like one after the other, and they were just so close to home that it was just, you know, unbearable a lot of times. You know, um, but besides that, I really did enjoy being there. And like, I was even going to the movies by myself. I had a huge popcorn and a drink, and I was watching movies. They got movies faster than Japan. I don't know why Japan gets movies so slow. Man, I mean, obviously they weren't even as good as America. Obviously, America's just because the movies come out there, um, that time. But like Japan, man, like God, watching a movie, it literally comes out like 6 months later or a year later, and I'm just like, no, hello Yamino, like no, like everybody done watched the movie and talking about the movie for like months, and I haven't even seen it yet. I'm just like, why can't it come out faster? You know, but yeah, there's just things you gotta get used to. But let's see, Korea was I like living in Korea too, and I was getting so good at Korean. Man, I was like very quickly, which is why a lot of what is it? I used to go to a gym, and that was the majority of the times that I had like I was able to be happy when I was living with the bad guy. Was at the gym, and he would what is it? The people that I met there, they were like, "Oh, call me like what grandpa and grandma and dad and stuff," because they're like, "You're like the age of my son or whatever." And I'm like, oh God. And yeah, they really love me. And they all, oh, you have such a nice body. And oh, you're so cute. And I love your hair and stuff. And like, oh, how do you do your hair and all that stuff? Like, they were really lovely. It's just the stuff back home, like living. Oh, and bye bye, brown eyed girl. I probably missed that. But it was just a thing of the school, because I just couldn't get into that mindset of just not doing anything, you know, and then being back and then living with that guy because he just, I don't know, he just really wanted to pick a fight because he had a terrible experience when he lived abroad, so he wanted to do that to me, I guess. But that was the only thing that was really bad about it. Besides that, I was having a lot of fun with the people that I met, and even just by myself. And so for what? Oh, Nisibu, thank you. Hey. Oh, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful New Year's too. Yes, I'm going to do my best this year. I'm going to do it. I'm really going to try my heart. I'm not going to say try because try means that it could not happen. I'm going to do it. I think that's better to say. But I did love being in Korea. I was picking up the language very quickly. My teachers were amazing. They really did their best to, you know, to like talk to me about everything and so forth. And I really enjoyed it. Besides, oh, and the delivery service. My God, my God, did I enjoy that delivery service? Man, you just order, you go do whatever you want to do, like go out, and then you just come back, and then it's just your chicken or frozen chicken is there in like this styrofoam box or something or whatever, and like you're done. Like you literally did shopping in like 2 seconds overnight. And if you usually get the same thing, it like already comes up on this list, and you just click, and then boom, like your next order is like on its way. You know, like man, do I miss that delivery service? I would literally move back for that delivery service, like Brown Eyed Girl said. But yeah, that was amazing. But yeah, I didn't want people to get the wrong idea that it was like a horrible place or something like that, because that was totally not the thing. They had a lot of good things. It's just I was in a lot of bad situations that I wish I could have got out of. It was just hard to, and then obviously I just couldn't take it no more. So I was like, it's just probably best if I leave for a bit, you know, to gather my thoughts, really gather my thoughts, and then see. And then during that time, I was debating whether to go back actually home or something, which my mom, she was like, please come home. Please just come home. Some of my other friends were like, you probably just need to come home too, because this seems like it's very bad, and stuff like that. But yeah, I ended up coming back to Japan and trying a new place. But yeah, since I want to model still and continue doing modeling and stuff like that, it'd probably be best for me to be in Tokyo. I did hope that it'd at least be a little bit easier to talk to people, but yeah, as somebody said, it's a little bit harder to talk to people in Osaka. I feel like it was still a lot easier, and maybe if I met some of those the people that I'm meeting now that are connecting me to other people, but in Tokyo that it would have been a lot better because they maybe it's because they have more other foreigners besides just like Chinese people or other more Asian people that it would be a little bit better maybe, but yeah, it's still a lot harder in Osaka, I want to say. um I said hi to everyone. I stopped eating sugar because it makes me sick. Like I can't eat it. See, I'm not really a candy person, but I do like cookies and cake. But I can't do very sweet stuff. So I can't do like icing and stuff like that. But like just randomly, just random cakes or something like that or cookies, I do love those. But if it's super sweet, it's just something I can't do. Sydney, New Year's resolutions. Join some clubs. Um, Join some clubs. Study Japanese and Korean at least 1 hour a day. Make a new channel, which is gonna be food and working out. Um, Add another what is it like get an Elgato for my gaming channel and venturing out to do more stuff for this channel, even by myself. And I also said if anybody has any places that they would like to see, because maybe you thought about coming to those places if you came to like Osaka or Kyoto, especially at least while I'm here, because it's easier since I'm already here, I guess, and who knows where I'll be after that. Let me know, and I'll try to do those and film it for you so you can see if it's something you would really want to do, because I feel like that's hard. You go abroad and you only have like a few days, and it's like I really want to see that temple or something, or I don't know, eat at that place or something, but who knows if it's actually good or not, and then boom, you come here and then you wasted maybe a day or something because it wasn't what you thought or something. So stuff like that. Yeah, I want to get more active and increase by one more channel, and add another way for you to actually see me on my gaming channel. For those who like gaming, all of that stuff is always in the description box, by the way, if any of you guys are interested in that. And languages, and I want to go back home once a year at least. If I'm not going to be at home, I want to go back home at least once a year. And maybe, do I want to add, see, that seems like a lot of money. I think I want to travel to a new country at least once a year. Yeah, I think I can do that. Home and a different country. I think I can make that happen. Hopefully. No, no, no. I can't say I think, because then it's not going to happen. I'm going to make that happen. Yes, yes, yes. I have to be more cutthroat and just say it's going to happen. Yes. I think that is it on resolution. Oh, no, but I always have the same resolution, which is one about meeting very nice and caring people and just like to be surrounded by them and just make good friendships. I really like doing that kind of stuff. I really like hanging out with people and meeting new people, meeting amazing people. I don't really want people that's gonna like cause problems or like or lead to like, I don't know, to ruin my life. is that or I just want to be happy. Like obviously, you have little fights maybe, or things that happen because maybe you're not on the same page, but like if you can talk and work it out, then it's okay. But if it's something where it's constant, like, then I feel like maybe you're just not meant to be, you know but really that's just what I want to do. I just want to keep building on my happiness. That's one of the biggest ones, resolution wise, always. I feel like okay. And then Brown Eyed Girl said she was going to sleep and she'll catch me later. Do you use Korean skincare? I love using it. You know what, Jasmine, I've never used skincare. I've used it one time. So when I was younger, I've never really broke out or anything. But the one time I tried to just use stuff just because it was in our restroom or something, that's when I started to break out. So like what is it, like clean and clear or something? I never broke out, but like people are like, oh, it's good for your face to, like, I don't know, what was it, like exfoliate your pores or something like that. I feel like all my terminology is off. Was that even right? And stuff like that. But also I was like, okay, but the only times I actually tried to use stuff was the times where I would like start to get like bumps or to break out and stuff. Which is actually funny. Is I used to never wear chapstick, but the one time I wore chapstick, it actually did the opposite, and it started to blister up my lips. So I don't know why it did the opposite, which actually kind of stunned me because I was like, wait, what? Um, but yeah, that happened, and I was like, I don't know if my body is just like not immune to like me trying on these kind of like, I don't know, like facial or whatever kind of skincare type of things. I don't know, because it always seemed to have the negative effect on me compared to having a positive one. So I don't use anything. I'm actually scared to use stuff because I don't want to break out. Because my skin is already very good now compared to the times I broke out for trying to use stuff, which was the opposite. So I don't really want that to happen. Because at one time I used something and then it made me break out, and then I started to get what is it, like the kind of black kind of things, what is those, oh my god, I don't know any terminology. It wasn't a black head, but it just like the kind of darker spots on your skin. And I used to have some. I don't think I have any anymore. I gotta look at a mirror now. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't. But back in the day, I did that, and then I broke out, and then it started to leave marks or scars. Are those called scars? And that actually made me sad because it did the opposite of what it does for apparently to other people. So I'm scared to try skincare. Um, which is funny is usually a lot of the things that you get is for doing skincare though, especially as a YouTuber, you get a lot of stuff for like skincare. And I don't know. It's like I wouldn't mind, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared because I'm like I just hope it doesn't have the negative effect that it has. But when everybody tells me something does wonders for them, I'm like, man, would it do wonders for me, or would it like do like horrible things to me? Like what will it do? Like I'm scared. Um, yeah. Sydney, are you coming back to Cali soon? Yeah. Oh, so I did talk about that. I wanted to do that once a year. So right now, my contract for my company, since it was only a 6 month contract, ends in February. So right now, I'm debating what to do. Um, I could either the for my company. Apparently, they lost their contracts in Osaka, so I would have to move if I stayed with my current company. So I'd have to move somewhere else, wherever they have contracts to, if I stayed with them. Two, I can look for a different company if I want to stay in Osaka. But what I want to do is I want to look for different agencies to apply to. Kind of want to stop teaching. Kind of. I want to stop teaching and move more. Like I really want to use Japanese more too. So anything where I can use Japanese more and like develop my Japanese skills, I would rather do that instead. So that's what I'm trying to do. Hopefully meeting people in the next few months will lead me to something like that. But I do want to also send out photos, gather my photos and stuff, and send those out to different modeling companies. Apply to different companies for like creating YouTube videos and video editing and stuff like that. And even different countries I was thinking about too. I mean, if I knew any of you guys that were in like, like if any of you guys were like in context with like people that do like modeling or something in different in your country or whatever, I would totally apply to those too. I just want to try to make my dreams happen. So I'm gonna try to do that too. Try to send it out to different countries, and see if I can get something. And if I got something, like especially for modeling or something like that, then I would probably leave Japan for real. Like Taylor's like modeling in Hong Kong and stuff, and she was from Canada, but it just proves that you can just like apply to different countries and get something, and make your life there. And then from there, she got a contact to come to Japan, and she was in Japan and modeling here. Like, I just really want to get my foot in the door, so that's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for contacts in like entertainment, and to hopefully get inside this year, or at least by next year. If I have to teach at least one more year, then that'd be okay. But after that, then I want to be just completely doing the things that I want to do. That is also a resolution, if I didn't say that. Ginger, some of the CEU convenience stores are starting to have some vegan things. I pack snacks and get hungry before getting back home. Oh no, I feel like that was the life of somebody that was a vegan or vegetarian. They always had snacks, just like chips or something that they can eat, and that was pretty much it. Stephanie, what are you going to cook? My God. So, I don't even know. I was going to say, there's a lot of different things that, like, I feel like I just make every once in a while. I actually take pictures of them. Like, what I do now is, in the morning, I usually have eggs, bacon, avocados, and, like, onions and garlic. That's usually, like, my morning. And then I have a chicken salad. When I make the chicken, I kind of stew the chicken, which is add a little bit of oil and kind of brown it, and then I add it always sounds bad to people when I say this, but like the juice from the chicken after cleaning it, because from I learned how to cook from my mom, which is like cleaning your meat first. The only thing I don't clean is is beef, because that's a little bit harder to clean. But even some people in my family clean their beef. What that is like washing it with like a vinegar or lime or lemon beforehand, and then washing it with water, and then after that, then you season it. So when you season it, usually it has like kind of juice left over, and that juice we add to the meat later after browning it. And what that's called is kind of like it's called stewed chicken, because you kind of brown the meat first, and then you add pretty much we call it like gravy, but juice or whatever from the seasoning to the actual chicken or dish later. So usually I do that, and then usually when I do that, I add like onions and garlic and cabbage. I add a lot of cabbage. But the only thing I use a chicken for is making my chicken salads. The cabbage and so forth I use for other dishes that I make on the side, just so I can have cabbage. But what I wanted is like, I wanted the cabbage to have a kind of like chicken taste to it. So that's how I make it. And my Japanese friend said is actually pretty amazing. But that's how I do that. And then recently I make hamburger patties. I guess you would call them hamburger steaks, I guess, in Japan at least. Anything that's not with actual buns, they just call it hamburger steaks. So I make that. And then usually it's like I put the cabbage on the bottom, and then I put the hamburger on top. And then I even fry an egg and put the egg on top. And then I sprinkle it with cheese. I think one time I even ate that with avocado too. Like one time. But like I just try to make different things. And they come out good. Actually, that's one of my favorite dishes right now. But they come out good. I just like putting things together and seeing what happens. So it'd probably be a very experimental channel. There'd be like some random things that are, I mean, some regular things that I probably would try to make. I don't know, like French toast or something, or French toast with like caramel or something, like some basic things, and then like some kind of like abstract things that I just came up with, and to try to see how it goes. I don't know. I probably invite somebody over to like taste it and die. But like that'd be something that I would probably do on that channel, and besides the actual working out too. But yeah, I think that would be fun. 1 second. Yeah, but I think that's what the channel would be like, pretty much. I don't know. I think it'd be fun. People always ask me about making more cooking videos since I made the few that I did, which was like stewed chicken back in the day and so forth. And like, am I gonna cook something else? I would like to try to make some other things, but I feel like it'd be very experimental because a lot of stuff you just can't get in Japan, especially like even if you want to make like I don't know enchiladas or something like that. It'd be very experimental. Even like making like burritos or tacos and stuff like that. Like it's very hard because a lot of that stuff you can't find, and sometimes you can't even find like tortillas and stuff like that. Um, but I don't know. It'd be trying to make stuff like that, and like really just a food channel and just what I add to stuff, which would be a lot less because, man, the seasoning is just so small in Japan. Literally, it is because Japanese people don't really season their food that much. But man, I always wish I had something from back home because it just spices it up so much more better. One thing that I've been wanting is like lemon salt. Was it lemon salt or lemon pepper? One of those, but I don't know. I had it on when I made something one time because my friend's house, she brought it from like home or something. And man, did it just bring back memories. I was like, man, I miss this stuff. I guess I could make it myself, right? Just put salt get a lemon or something, I guess. But yeah, maybe I have to try that. For movies, I'll go online and watch them on certain platforms. That makes sense, Shredding Love. But you know what? I like going to the movies. I love going to the movies. Like, I know it's costly over time, but I love going to the movies and watching movies. Like, that's really a pastime of mine. And when I was in America, I used to literally go. Me and my friend, at one point in time, were going to the movies every Friday night to watch something. Every Friday night. Like, I really love going to the movies. That's kind of weird, a gym guy wanting you to call them that. They were a lot older, the Korean people. They were like in their 50s, and some were in their like 70s, which is funny. Is that living in Asia, a lot of the younger people don't tend to go to the gym as much as the older people. I mean, obviously you see some people that have nice bodies and they're younger, but I felt like it wasn't the norm. Like not everybody did that stuff. Majority of people, they want to kind of look skinny or something, or they want to go for the kind of skinny kind of look. That's very what's it? Why do I have all these words in Japanese, but then when I want to say them in English, I'm like, it sounds weird. It's not. It's not. Oh my god, this is getting bad. This is not. It's not going. Huh? It's not trending. There we go. It's not trending. Being skinny is trending, but not really being fit is not really trending as much. Every once in a while, somebody sees somebody with a nice body, or a few people with a nice body, and they're like, yeah, but it's not trending. Majority of people like to be skinny, or like, and I mean like really like thick, stick skinny. So that's trending the most. So everybody that I met was always older, and older people tend to already be retired, or they just have more time on their hands. So they would go to the gym, and so everybody was super older than me. Like nobody would there. I would barely meet people around my age, like at all. Everybody I met was at least 10 to 20 years older than me or more. Yes, every once in a while I see some young guys or whatever. Especially when I went to my second gym. The first gym I never saw young guys. Like I did like a few times, but then they stopped going to that gym. And the gyms tend to be very, very small. My God. Like I was like, man, were they small? So like there was enough people, but they would sit on machines for like forever. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be at this gym for like 3 hours today because they would sit on it and they would like do their stuff like all very slowly, or like it's like a pack of grandmas or moms and they're just like taking up like all 4 or 5 leg machines and today's your leg day or something. You're just like, oh my God, no, not today, you know. And then not only that, they like rotate or something, so you're just like, okay, I'm gonna be here for 3 hours. But yeah, they were very nice to me, and they're really cool, and they were really against me leaving to come to Japan. They were like, well, I hope you're only gonna stay for like a short time and then come back. And they're like, your Korean is so good now. Like, why would you want to waste that? And I'm just like you're making valid points. It was like I was on a roll with learning Korean. Like I was on a roll with learning Korean, especially compared to the other people that were in my classes. So they were right. I was just like, stop trying to make me feel bad about leaving. Uh, but yeah, they were the best of my days, especially when I was living there. The very best of my days. And Nisi, thank you again for the for that lovely super chat. It means a lot to me. Really, really does. I'm really trying to expand this year too, hopefully. So just going to do my best. So I'm happy when I receive stuff like that. It just makes me feel like I'm doing something right, I guess. um, Shredding love. Don't they give you your order where you are? Wait, I missed that because I wasn't there yet. I just watching people. GTA 5. Like I don't trust many people, so that's why I have one friend. Lucky my face is always breaking up. Oh no, Shredding love. Yeah, we have the total opposite. Oh, Jasmine too. I break out a lot. You are lucky. Yeah, try Dove. Blackheads. Yeah, I never break out. The only time that I broke out was one when I got sunburned and I had lotion on my face. Mm. And two, when I tried to put stuff on my face. But I do use, I used to use Dove, but they don't have Dove in any of the shops I go to here, right? No, they do. But the formula is different in Japan compared to in America. And they don't have the bars. They have like this kind of like push pump. And it looks very different. So I don't really use that too much. I got a different one. Like I think it's from a different country, I want to say. Because it looks like I think it's made with some kind of... I think it had like a goat or something on it. And I was like, oh, it smells good. So maybe I'll go with that. But I never put anything on my face. If I do, I just hope that I don't, break out. Yes, in Shredding Love, it is very... In Korea, like, compared to actually going to the stores, it was very much beneficial to buy the stuff online. Like, 3 times better. 3 times the sale, especially for meat and stuff like that. It was way better buying it online. I was like, that makes no sense. I come to the store and it costs more. I was like, wow. I was actually very surprised. But the vegetables, I never got vegetables online, so that'll probably be more of a question for Ginger, because I never got vegetables online. The vegetables I used to always buy at the store. And I finally caught up. Well, thanks for answering my question. Good luck with your cooking. And no problem, Stephanie. Okay. How to make homemade tortillas. Just you know what? I'm going to try. I am. I'm going to try. You know what's funny is my mom. Like I said, my mom and her side of the family is from Belize, so they're from Central America. So tortillas is actually a thing that we make, and along with a whole lot of other things that are some kind of Spanish and some that Spanish people don't really know of. It depends of what kind of, because the Spanish people, Belize is mixed with like Spanish and Native American and French and stuff like that. So it's a big mixture of a lot of different people. But tortillas is one of the things that my family does make, and some other things that I could, like we make this thing called powder buns, which nobody would know what that is. You'd be like, what is that? So what I want to do is one day when I go back home and they're making some of that stuff, I do want to show those off, because all of you, I feel like a majority of people, what's like a powder bun or what's that? We make this thing called panadas. Oh, panadas is so good. Oh, panadas is so good. And that's like a tortilla filled with it can be filled with beans, or it can be filled with cheese. It can be filled with a type of fish called mackerel. But it's like closed off and fried, and then we eat that with what is it? Vinegared onions. Oh my! And sometimes in those onions it has like cut up jalapenos or something. My God, oh, I miss eating. Why am I even talking about this? It's just making me hungry. No, empanadas is different. No, empanadas is different. But we make those too. But this is called panadas. Panadas is very different. Empanadas we make too. But we also make this thing called panadas, which is different. And it's kind of the same, because the tortilla is actually like reddish, and we put the fish or something inside, and then we close it, and then we seal it, and then we fry it, and then it kind of like buffs up, and then we put like we even put ranch on that sometimes too, but that's more American style. And then but usually it's like vinegared onions. I think you probably can find panadas online, because Belizean people, they usually try to put stuff everywhere. So I think you can find that online if you look. Let me see. Puffy, I wouldn't say pastry, right? Because wait, is pastry only like sweets, right? And it's not sweet. It's more of like we eat that for like dinner or lunch or something. Like breakfast for us would be like, oh my God, fry jack. Oh, you guys don't know fry jack either. Oh, it can be savory. Oh, okay. Then what is a pastry? Jesus. Savory pastries. What is the world coming to? No, I'm just kidding. uh, mm, I like buying the store way more. If I like your product, I'll try to find it cheaper online. Kelly, Clackham, it is for me. I haven't tried to order veggies online yet. They're pretty cheap at a store near me. I should be, but I try ordering them just to see. You know, Ginger, I think it is cheaper to get them at like the local markets and stuff than it would be to buy them online. But meat and stuff is very much cheaper online than it is at a store. And it's better anyway, because usually I ordered a lot of meat and just had that for like a month or some time. So that made it very much, easier for me to make that stuff. I can't savory the thin layers of crust. Oh my God, you guys are not gonna know any of the stuff I'm talking about. But that's my culture. Fried jack. I don't even know how to spell these things. maybe that. Ooh. So let me see. Maybe. But fried jack is like a tortilla, kind of, but you cut out a certain portions of it, and it's like a big circle with like I don't know. You cut out these two little kind of like triangle things on it, and then you fry it, and then it buffs up. You fry it in oil, and then we eat that with like cheese, or you can eat it with like jam or jelly. You can eat it with syrup, but we eat that with eggs and cheese or bacon and stuff like that. Powder buns is a pastry for real. Let me see if I can find that powder bun. Oh, they even got recipes on Japanese milk buns. What's that? No, 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 no. Learn to make Belizean powder. Do you have to put Belizean first? Maybe I do. Hold on. Belizean powder bun? These look different, but I'm sure they're the same thing. So, yeah. Belizean powder panadas, huh? That was the other one. But we make a lot of other things that people don't, that other Spanish countries don't eat. No, that's not it. Let me see. Dang it. How do you spell it? Banatis. No. E-S? No. I'm never gonna get this, huh? Dang it, how do people spell panadas? No. Oh, really? Is that how it's spelled? Interesting. Panadas. Really? Huh. You learn something new every day. Probably because I didn't grow up there. Okay, but there we go. That's one of the last one. Oh, okay, you did? Yeah, I tried it as one. Wait, did I? No, I tried it as two. Yeah, I'm mixed with a lot of different things actually. Somebody told me like, oh, that I can tell because of your facial structure or something. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that or something. But like, yeah, I have a lot of different things, especially from my mom's side. Um, da, 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 da. Then there's a crust. Shredding love meat is expensive if you buy it in the market. It's a lot cheaper if you buy it online. And eating out is very cheap too. Plus, you get a lot of side dishes like every 2 seconds, and you can get refills of the side dishes, so you can get full. It was it was a lot cheaper than it was to live there than it was to live in Japan. Even the what is it, the bills were cheaper there compared to Japan. Japan was is very expensive for bills too. Belizean powder bun. I tried fried chicken somewhere. Empanada. Belizean empanadas. Empanadas are good. When I lived in Southern California, a little shop where I worked made them. I'm just African and Italian. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I finished reading all those. No, we have like a lot. I guess it's like Native American and I think it's Native American, Spanish, and African American, and I think white. But I want to say the white is French. Hmm. No, Kelly, no, no, no. It is too expensive to eat out. You save a ton more money if you eat at home. If you eat out, my God, does it rack up. You also have to remember that the portions. My God, my English is horrible. The portions are smaller in Japan, so you tend to have to order more than one thing, and they're already probably about $10 or $12 or something like that. Um, so it's actually a lot more expensive. And then if you're depending on your job or something, well, if you're at a good job, then I don't know. I don't know how they are here, but maybe I don't really know how they work here for the what is it, the different work functions. I know in Korea the boss or whatever used to pay for everything, so that was still good. But here you have to go out with your companies a lot, and I don't know how much they pay for. I don't know if they pay for your stuff, because I know for me, like the end of this year we had a Christmas party, and I'm a teacher. My Christmas party was $100. I call it Christmas party, but it's called a bonin kai, which is the end of the year party. But I had to pay $100 to go to the party. And in America, usually you don't pay anything. You just go on to the hotel or on the cruise or whatever for your whatever your job dreams of. I don't want to say America because maybe I don't know everywhere, but in Los Angeles at least it was. You didn't pay for that stuff. You know, the company paid for that. But I paid $100 to go to the place, and the food wasn't even that good, and I was still hungry, actually. The portion size, did I took pictures of that. I just never posted it, I think. The portion sizes were very, very small. I was super hungry. I had to like run home and eat again, but I paid $100 for that. I sure did. It was all you can drink, which is what everybody was mostly looking forward to anyway. But I was like, I don't drink. I'm not looking forward to that. So that could be the problem. But that was $100. Yes, yes. I was like, wait, when you pay a lot of money and then you're still hungry, that is the worst thing imaginable. Oh, thank you. Would that be? Oh. I don't know if that's Flony or Fiona. I don't. Oh, wow, I really need to figure out people's names. Yeah, but it was $100. But thank you. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, it was $100. I was like, what? This is more than the other one. At least the one that I went to when I lived in Tokyo was only or Chiba, I want to say. It was only $60. 60. And the food was actually more. They gave you more food. It was all you can drink, but at least they had actual like other things besides just alcohol. At this place, they only had a few different alcohol and a few different juices. But the place that I went to in Chiba, they had a lot more stuff. Oh, Flono, okay. They had a lot more stuff, so I was able to do a lot more compared to this. And I was just like, no. I had to go home real quick. And I was like 20 minutes away from home, but I had to run home and I had to cook. Oh, jeez. Ah, oh, okay. My name's hard to say for some people, which is Alish. I want to say Aliciana. Aliciana? No? Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. My name isn't common, so someone can find it online with this now, which is why I don't display. Oh. Ah, it's closed. And our food cheaper? Family Mart food, I guess, is okay. Family Mart food is about $5 for like their little, or $4 or $5 for like their little food things or whatever. But for me, they don't taste as good because it's like cooked food, refrigerated, and then they cook it again in a microwave. So it doesn't really have like a good kind of taste to it. But Ali Siana. No, Ali. Ah, well, no, I said. Because I said Aliciana. Alicia. C-A. Aliciana. Uh. Alice. Alice? Or is it Alice? Aliciana? 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 Mm. Oh. Aliciana. I ignore my pronunciation of it. Charlotte likes those places. Oh, okay, Aliciana. Aliciana. Alice. Aliciana. Oh. I do like unique names, as long as they're not like super super crazy. Then it gets too much. Like what? Let me see. Charlotte likes those places. She probably likes them because when she's always on the go. Charlotte's always on the go somewhere, so it's probably one of the easier places for her to try to find something to eat. Me, I eat a lot, so I try to get stuff, and I'm like always hungry. And then like I eat something, and then two hours later I'm hungry again. Mm. You guys did great with my name. Oh jeez. Oh, but yes. Oh, let me see. Oh, it's already almost been 3 hours. Okay, I need to start putting the clothes out and go buy food to make for my friend when they come here. I am making kind of spicy chicken. Spicy chicken. I can't say buffalo, but spicy chicken, probably with sriracha sauce. Mashed potatoes, or cheesy mashed potatoes, maybe, and broccoli and cheese. Maybe that's too much cheese. And rolls, something like that. Don't get me started on spicy chicken. But that's it. Yeah, I would record that, but I don't even have the channel ready, and I need a bigger space. That's what I need. That's one of my other goals too, is to live in a bigger place this year for that channel specifically, because I have no space to try to do anything right now. I'll probably end up making a channel and just working on it later on in the year, starting it up later on in the year. But I want to move to a bigger place and have a bigger kitchen for one. Too much cheese, never. Oh jeez. Doner kebab? You'll be definitely not hungry anymore after you ate one, and it's cheap. Really? Doner kebab? Like $5. Never too much cheese. Definitely not. Like $5. Doner kebab. Where is that? Doner kebab. Where is that? Is that in? Wait. No. Huh. Germany. I have a friend that lives in Germany. I talk to her a lot. Like a lot. Actually, I have a message from her that I'll answer later. Need to answer a lot of messages later, it seems. I'm gonna try Popeye's chicken sandwich. Oh no, I don't know what was going on with that. I saw that one time about the chicken sandwich. Oh my god! But I'm never gonna leave. I need to leave though for real. But yes, I will. I'll have to try to host another live stream again Uh, Maybe in a few weeks. I'll probably do the same. If you guys are still following me on like Twitter, Instagram, I'll also put a notification on the community in on on the community part of YouTube. But I'll do it. I'll have another live stream. I was actually just talking to Charlotte about having a live stream too. She's like, "You should have one. It's always good to talk to everybody," and it is. It really is good to talk to everybody. So yeah, I'll do that again fairly soon, so I can talk to you guys again. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Oh, meat filled with meat, salad, and sauce. That does sound good. Ah, roots of Turkish. See, that sounds like Turkish. I was thinking when it has well, because it has a kebab. That's why. Um, but okay, I will see you guys next time. Wow, did it? It really went to 3 hours. I wasn't even expecting that. Yes. Same as always. Like I said, if you guys are on the Twitter, on my Twitter, Instagram, and again, I'll post for the next one inside of my Facebook community. Or Facebook. Yeah. Wait, no, I didn't post it on Facebook today. Actually, no, I didn't. Um, on YouTube, on the YouTube community. So I will see you guys next time. Bye bye. Oh yes, it is, and Happy New Year to everybody again. Um, since it is the New Year's stream, Happy New Year and good night.